Gilf? Gilf? That's an acronym. Hi.
The Bouncer.
How are we today? We doing well?
The Bouncer.
Soundboard button. This doesn't work as well as the last one. Maybe I'm... Okay. I think I just wasn't fanning the hammer on the button properly. You know, I really need to emphasize how much the Stream Deck wants me to update now. Like, for the longest time, there'd be an update maybe once every month or so, and for the past month, I swear to God, I've gotten an update prompt almost every day, and at this point, I just hit the button telling it, fuck off. Don't warn me about this again. I will never not mix up Stream Deck and Steam Deck. I still mix them up, Void. I really, even when I just said it, I had to think in the back of my head, did I talk about the right one? Oh my God. I mean, one is an implement that I do all my gaming on and I enjoy so much, and another is a shambolic mess that keeps breaking things every time they push an update. Although I gotta say, there are a few wrinkles and problems within the handheld, which is specifically the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck has some problems that I don't think Valve will ever fix, unfortunately, but it's kind of like, oh, you just kind of root around inside of Linux, you can kind of figure some things out. Like, for some reason, there was this issue with, I think it was just with my last router, and also with my Wi-Fi Nest, that it just did not like. And it would sometimes go, just gonna retry that connection. Were you streaming gameplay from your desktop? I'm gonna drop that bitrate inexplicably. You wanna fix that? Just turn off and turn on Wi-Fi, and it works. And it's like, it's a little annoying. But there's also a bunch of other little things like that you just have to dig around on Reddit or something and find people talking about it. And sometimes they offer a suggestion that works, and sometimes they don't. Like, they say, here's this Wi-Fi silver bullet, go do this setting, and it fixes everything. You have a bunch of replies saying, this did it, this fixed it, fantastic. You go in, you try it, and you just go, didn't fix jack shit. Are you goose honking me? What is this garbage? As good as Valve is, they don't fix things, right? I mean, it's like, it's not like I've ever really regretted getting the Steam Deck. I have not, honestly, I have never put I think this is like a singular console that I put more time into than any other, honestly, just because I can do my cardio and stuff with it. Like, I figured out how to get Final Fantasy XI on a private server working on my Steam Deck. You talk about a good way to melt away an hour or two every day. Fantastic, fantastic. It's weird, there are some games that really make my brain evaporate time, and one of them is nonograms. Oh my God, oh my God. Describe every weird computer problem I've ever had. I've seen more than a few computer problems, let me tell you. That Linux one-liner that'll fix everything, works on Blue Moon, and if Puxatani Phil doesn't see a shadow, better timing next time. It's ridiculous, all these I mean, it's not the worst Linux troubleshooting issue I've had. Like, when I was at my previous company and I had root access, which was bad OPSEC. Don't give out your root password. But I did find root password. The password was root beer. That was it. Lowercase root beer. Root password. I found out about it within the first year of my job, and they never changed it, so whenever I needed shit done, I'd go and do it. And on occasion, there'd be a problem that I could not figure out on my own. And this was on a Red Hat So I was like, okay, I will go to Google and figure this out. Every single result you'd see is some other flavor of Linux that does not apply. Oh, you want to see this fix inside of Red Hat? Here's an article to their documentation that'll fix it. And Red Hat will say, hey, are you paying us money? No? We'll just show you the first paragraph of this page and fade it out. Eat shit. Ridiculous. How to fix blank reply? I don't know, it just works for me. There's so many times that you'd look around and they say, oh yeah, just apply this command to whatever your flavor of Linux is. And they'd have some that's for Red Hat, some that's for Ubuntu and other things. And I cannot emphasize, like 90 to 95% of the time, it'd be a command that probably would work, but it wouldn't change anything. So I'd be stuck. Still like it more than Windows. Anyway, how's everybody doing today? I know there's the football thing today. I actually didn't realize it was this weekend till I saw stuff about commercials and things. I know it's the big thing du jour to make references about football, but that whole gag fell by the wayside. If you're gonna watch it, I hope you have fun. If you're not, you're stuck in here with me. At least for now. You can always close the tab. Please don't do that. Well, let me see. I may have an actual, somehow theme-appropriate house today. It just fell into my lap serendipitously. Completely forgot about the Super Bowl today. Yeah, I really have not really been, I've never really been crazy about NFL or any sports things, really. But it's interesting. I recall, where was it? I was taking I'm trying to remember the context. I think it was, I was flying somewhere a year or two ago, and I was in a lift, and I think it was either just after or just before the Super Bowl. And every other time I've been in a lift, almost every other time, they kind of, they ignore the passenger because easier on them, But there was this guy who really wanted to talk about football. And he asked me about my thoughts on the Super Bowl, and I was kind of like oblivious to who was going to be in it that year. And he kind of like told me who it was, and he started bullshitting on and on. He really wanted to talk about it. It was a long drive to the airport. So like there was an entire hour of me just being like, oh, interesting. He's like, yeah, it was way different last year. Fucking refs, yada yada. I'm just like, all right, yeah. But he was a friendly guy. It was very funny because it's just one of those things that you're stuck in a box and you're trying to escape from this. Not really escape, but it's like I don't have anything to offer in this conversation. And he took this as like a vacuum to educate me on things. And I'm just like, oh no. And I wouldn't be a brick wall. I was doing the bad thing, and I was responding with questions in turn politely, but I was just kind of like, oh no. I stepped in a bear trap, and as opposed to wedging off my leg, I'm just kind of sitting down like, well, this is where I live now, huh? Anyway, happy fucking Sunday. Pathetic. There we go. I got anything up my nose? No. I remembered the reverb this time. Oh no. I got the front-facing camera on. Oh, it looks like I got it looks like I got 4 or 5 chins going on. Ooh. Nice Freerin angle. I hadn't actually, didn't they start up season 2 recently? I actually kind of wonder. It's probably pretty late into the run of things, but I wonder if any of them worked in some sort of a sneaky reference to the upward-looking Freerin angle, Maybe not even as a goof, just a shot of her looking upward like, huh. It did? Okay, I thought I heard mention of it. I didn't see a picture. Show you my VTuber model. Please respond. I was thinking about something to do shitpost-wise with the night today, but I don't know. Could I possibly pull something off? What do I have in the way of 2D assets? I've groaned about it in the past. I feel like I've been kind of phoning it in on my bits. I was lurking in somebody's chat a few days ago, and they were talking about how streamers should abandon bits. And I replied saying no. The only bit you should abandon, if you abandon a bit, that admits you've lost. And then they retorted, you must not watch enough streamers. There are a lot of dog shit bits. And I'm like, and I didn't reply, but I was just sort of like, no, it's cowardly to back down. Now, what should I do for my bit? I don't think I have anything football. Just hold football easy fix? I don't think I have a football asset. I could root around, but fishing for PNGs has gotten harder, oddly enough. You know what I mean? Only thing I know about Freerun is a YouTube video that the algorithm keeps suggesting about how it teaches lessons for Christians to avoid progressives' toxic positivity. Huh? You want bad bits? We'll give you bad bits. I didn't reply to them because they, my line to them was kind of like a throwaway joke about, I was thinking of that meme of somebody mining for diamonds and one's walking away when he's about to crack through. So when I responded to them and said, no, don't give in, commit to the bit. And they reply with a kind of, struck me as like a defensive reply. I thought to myself, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. Let me see here. Who could I? Bits only get funnier the longer you do them. Exactly. You have to buckle down. And it kind of, they didn't really elaborate on what they meant as a dog shit bit, so to speak. I'm trying to think of what you define as a bit, you know? It's kind of this,
I've never seen a mushroom that size.
Nice mushroom. Actually had a lot of mushrooms on yesterday's stream. Oh, that's right. Was it Creature Kitchen? Hang on. Oh, I closed Steam. The game we played yesterday, Creature Kitchen, for folks who didn't see it, big, strong recommend. Please try it. It is so charming. I might have a collab on Saturday next week, and I'm debating what to do. I might skip the Saturday stream, but I'm also thinking about probably playing that dev's previous game because it looks still really my kind of shit, you know? When you said they wanted to abandon bits, I assumed you meant the Twitch currency. Oh no. It's kind of a joke bit, you know? It's kind of like a one-off goof you throw into a stream or something. That's how I surmised it. Man, do I have anything that could be football interpreted? I have Yoshi. Yoshi's not football. A lot of Xmas stuff. Witch hats, Katamari things. Knockoff Taco Bell stuff. I have cat. A bit is like a shtick. Exactly. Pacifier? No, not pacifier. That's for a different type of streamer. Not my speed. Anybody have any interesting goings-on on the weekend? Any folks heading to Super Bowl stuff? Let me see here. I think I actually asked that earlier. Oh, that's a fancy cup. Hold on. Could I find anything in here? Maybe not. Actually. Shallot. My darling boy. Does this fit on you okay? Oh yeah. Look at that. I can't quite pin it on him from how things are implemented. You could use your imagination. Look at that. It's proper hard hat stuff. This is good for footballing. Otherwise you might get a lot of concussions and then just get very... Actually, no, even without the concussions, they do kind of veer off into the poor business ventures. All the failed restaurants and stuff you always see former athletes opening. It's actually a pretty big thing on them losing money, just evaporating. Let me see here. I can close this tab. Let me clean up my tabs here a little bit. Got a Super Bowl cake at the grocery store for $10. Is it a good cake or is it a $10 cake? You know, is it sort of like, oh boy, I got it for $10? It's like, or is it just like, yeah, got a $10 cake. Proper hard hat, steel boots, that's proper PPE. I don't think they'll let us have steel boots on the field. It's a $10 cake. I understand. Shallot joins construction vehicle fighters. Ooh, that's right. I'm still baffled by that fucking game. Like, It was very much meant to be a parody game. Absolutely, because even if you put the dub job and the rough localization aside, you could see there was humor they were throwing into it everywhere. But man, it handled like dog shit. So something we did yesterday after Creature Kitchen, we tried a couple PS2 games just for a bit. One was a weird photography game. The other was a fighting game where you drove heavy machinery. And it had bare bones animation. Like you could tell on the cells, they just grabbed very small parts on the people's faces. The shading technique was really dramatic. It not quite, but kind of reminded me of Cromartie a little bit in that regard. A little bit. Because it had all this dramatic, serious shading, but the dub was like this very heavy English accented thing. But the fighting, you drove, every character had a different heavy vehicle. Like, there's like a backhoe, there's a bulldozer, there was a forklift, BCV, I think that's what it was. It was definitely like an acronym thing. But the way it controls, okay, so this is PS2, but you had tank controls with the D-pad. So imagine a 3D fighter, okay? 3D fighting game, except your dude is controlled with tank controls. And you do the tank controls on your D-pad. And I say tank controls as a loose description. You don't drive a tank. And then again, I didn't see all the characters. That could have been an actual tank. And the face buttons on the right, X was a guard move. Square and circle did an attack to your left or right. But some vehicles didn't have attacks in certain directions, and triangle is your forward attack. And there was always this long, awkward lag or delay before you initiated it, and sometimes you had to hold the button, but sometimes you didn't have to. And it's... I think I was playing it correctly as the first character, but the second one, it just felt strange. I don't know. It was a fun experience. Good Asterix games all the way around, genuine and otherwise. IG Vold. Okay. So as far as collab thing, it is going to be some point at the moment. It's a collab with Dumb Moths. I don't know if any other people are streaming or collabing, or I mean, there are people collabing. I don't know if anybody's going to be streaming their POV, but it was like she wanted to try Final Fantasy XI. That's kind of what veered off to me playing on a private server. Ow. But we're doing retail. And I think it's just a one stream thing. It might be a couple. But it's just kind of like, it seems everybody else involved with it really knows the game, but she doesn't. But anyway, everybody in there is going to be cool people. Like, there's going to be Clonk, there's Moths, there's a few other folks who are really interesting. Pandemonium Warden raids, let's go. Never got to Pandemonium. I am actually... So, the way this worked is, I was lurking in one of... It was either in Clonk's or Moth streams I was lurking in. And Final Fantasy XI came up, and I'd been kind of chomping at the bit to go back and play that game again on a private server, because I figured, I kind of went, I should get that working on my Steam Deck. And I mentioned to him in like a message, kind of like, hey, are you thinking about playing again? I've been trying to fight it off for 4 or 5 months. I'm losing it, man. And I decided to just throw on a private server and just chew away at it on my Steam Deck. Coin, Maz, Duart's, Buku, everyone will be there. Not familiar with any of them. But I just been kind of... The whole discussion about trying it stemmed across a few weeks, I think. But in the meantime, I just installed a free server and was just kind of chewing through it. I've never made it that far into the main game content, but the server I'm playing on called Cat's Eye really streamlines a lot of shit. And it's kind of like, oh, so this is what the late game content is. I'm doing the last hurdle of these pain in the ass quests, I think, for now. It's like the server locks off some stuff until you get through like limit break 3s, they call it. And I'm at the last step and it's a motherfucker. And I'm just like, wow, this really sucks. Because like there's these dudes you're supposed to... there's this whole thing that the game constantly does, is it will gateway you on certain requirements and things, and they will put the key to whatever you're looking for behind some really fuck-off strong mobs. And it's usually like, oh, you just have to use something to make yourself invisible to sneak past them. But sometimes they pull out these guys who can see through that, and it's like, what? What? So like, I'm at this one that's the very end. It's like after I turn this thing in, a lot of the stuff the private server has blocked off to avoid bots is unlocked. So there's like a bunch of shit I haven't been able to touch because they had a bot problem and they effectively just hid this fun stuff behind it. Yeah, the true site. It's like the last one I have to deal with is this one inside this fucking bird castle. And it's like this giant labyrinth. And you have to do all this bullshit. And you get to the very end and there's like a ziggurat. And it's like, oh yeah, the guide I'm looking at says, oh yeah, run up this ziggurat, search this question mark. That's the end of it. You get the item. I run up there, I'm invisible, and all of a sudden my invisibility wears off, and I'm like, the fuck? I can see my character. What happened? And then one of these asshole birds runs down and like 3 shots my ass. And it had a note saying, oh, by the way, there's a boss here who has true sight. Invisibility is not going to work, so either bring friends who are max level or just sit there and watch their random ass meanderings and run up and, you know, mash the button before they see you and kick your face in. And it's like, oh. So that happened and killed me, and I'm like, I'm going to go prepare for stream now. So if it sounds like I'm a little grumpy, that may have just happened like an hour before stream. I was like, oh yeah, this'll be the end of it. This'll be great. I'll be able to do all this shit I've been not able to do until now. And then that happened, and I'm just like, ooh. That whole place is such a pain in the ass. Like, there's, like, the other dungeons had all these stupid things leading up to that. It feels like I took them and, like, they send you to 3 places to run these errands. And I think I picked what is starting from easiest to hardest, and I did not realize it. And like the first one was not too bad. The second one, a little frustrating. And then this one's like, oh, if you die, you have to start at the very beginning of this entire castle and climb all the stairs. And it's like, oh, there's this door with these 4 levers. The combination resets every day. You can brute force it. It'll take you a bit, or you can go head down here and see the answer. By the way, the answer resets every time the day changes, which is a real life hour. And it's like, okay, that's fine. Then later on, it's like, oh, there's these torches you have to light. You just need to light one of them to open this door. But there's not enough time to run to it, so you have to hope somebody's nearby who can light these, because you can't even run there fast enough. And it's like, what? What? A high-level person opened it for me, and I was like, great. And it says, okay, you're at this next part. You have to guess you have to figure out this password from 3 combinations of words. This changes every hour too. Or you can brute force it. And I'm just like, motherfucker, fine, I'll brute force it. And then that drops you down the pit. And the pit is the part I have to deal with now. Because there's the ziggurat. Fucking birds, what was I talking about? Houses, right. Anyway, it's been 30 minutes. Grumble, grumble. Shallot. You're a little duck down here, buddy. I'll bring you down here. Stay warm. Oh no, the layering. Can I wear the hat? I will wear the hat, my boy. There we go. The door and windows that require white, black, and red mages staying on platform. Ooh. I accidentally pulled that quest, and you can just give them rusty daggers to get past it. It's like I accepted that quest, and there was a note later saying, by the way, this is an optional quest. If you accept the quests in that game, you can't reject them. So I was like, oh no. And I was reading all that shit, and I was like, oh no. I got to go and find people and do busy work. It said, or you can just turn in these 3 rusty items. I was like, oh, thank God. Garbage Citadel. MMOs used to be good, I guess. I like being able to poke away at the game, but it's kind of like I mostly picked it up because I liked the crafting and the fishing is like I shut off my brain and just pick away at it thing. It's like the leveling of the classes isn't terribly interesting to me. I didn't really do that back in the day because I didn't have time. Even with these quality of life things the server has, it's still kind of taking time to do this shit. But this is like the last bit. This is like the last dose of medicine I have to take before I get to the fun stuff. So that's why I'm just kind of like gnashing my teeth. Sorry if a big number go up. Old MMOs were so player hostile. I played on Horizon a year or 2 ago, which is super tethered to the old way of MMOs. Or rather, the old way of Final Fantasy XI. And then coming to this one that has a warp ring you could use infinite times. It has all the crystals, all these books you can fast warp to. It is so much nicer being able to warp everywhere. But my gripe is that you kind of level up a little too fast. And with the trusts, you really don't have to do anything with equipment. So part of me was kind of like, I kind of miss having to piss away a good amount of time to get some gear to where I'm worth a darn. But with this now, it's like, nah, you can just kind of schlump your way through the shit tier gear. And your NPCs will drag your ass along. And it's like, I appreciate it, but also I'm kind of miss out on that, you know? Did you play City of Heroes? I did play City of Heroes. It wasn't my thing, but for sure, I definitely did. You know, poking around, looking at other MMOs and things like that. Let me see here. So, by the way, since we have folks who might be off doing football stuff today, for the folks who are here, let's do Gamba. Well, I get a bingo. There we go. There we go. Easy, funny money. So, let me do this here. Pop this to another screen. Okay. Now then. I need to do something with sippy points. I've got sounds for sure, but there's got to be something I could do. There's got to be something, right? Let me grab a card before I forget. Okay, got this going here, got this going here. I believe I've already got things open on the side. Okay. Do this here. Some of this. There we go. Okay. Now, this will be an easy bit. Gross! Disgusting. Frame 1. Redeem. Look at that shit. If redeems could be on a hotbar or something, I did not scroll down. I agree. I would like it. The way they implement it is very kludgy. Thank you for the follow, Deep Graph. Welcome to Bengal. It's very awkward how they do it. Onion Mana Katarina? That's me. That's me. Hello. Actually, The Rock is me. I'm just Jaegering these fellas over here. Ego, thank you for the 20. My goodness.
Ego Angel just subscribed for 20 months. It looked too tiny.
Too small. Too tiny. Thank you. Vic, thank you for the 12. A whole year.
Vivek just subscribed for 12 months. A whole year of crippets.
My goodness. I do appreciate how it seemed 2 people waited to almost the exact same nanosecond as soon as the game started. Were there any... Okay, there were not any prior to when we started. Right, just in case I had to do some manually. So, let me see here. Let me rearrange my windows. Yeah, I really wish there was a way to make it more straightforward, but I feel that the way that Twitch is right now, they don't have the right priorities on that. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like, it's kind of like the whole thing with guest star or whatever the hell they called it. Nobody used that until they allowed you to collaborate chats. But they were pushing that for like a year and a half before they even did that. And it's kind of like nobody used it because it's like there's Discord, you know? And it's like, why would I trust this website with it when Discord's worked well for me? And they were really hitting the entire thing nonstop. It wasn't until they actually stitched together chats that people said, oh, this is working now. But now they're doing this whole push with Roblox everywhere. And it's like, Roblox
such a big mushroom.
does not have the traffic or adoption here on the platform. I was reading about, there's a guy called Zach Busey, or Zach Bussey, I'm not sure the pronunciation, but he's a big guy on like following Twitch news and stuff. And I remember him showing the metrics. It's something like if you looked at all of the traffic for Roblox on the platform, it's like 1 or 2% or some shit. So it's very much like everybody's saying, why do I have this Roblox tab on my front page? And it's like, there's not an explanation for it, you know? It's just kind of like, huh? Because, you know, if you look at the folks here who, if you watch Pit Crew stuff, or if you watch VTubers and stuff like that, even the VTubers, that is such a small, tiny ass splinter when you look at people who have, you know, viewers who are like, you know, 10K plus, right? Saw bottom close front page. What is this? Something awful? Yeah, it's the front page, the twitch.com display. The one that has those annoying pre-roll playing carousels that you turn off because you don't want it jump scaring you as soon as you open it. So why the hell do I have this house in here? I'm rambling a bit. Another cryptid. Pit Crew versus Ludwig or whatever. Ludwig? What's he doing with Pit Crew shit? Get your greasy thumb out of my picture! Actually, is this an arm? I think that's it almost looks like forearm hair, but I think it's just an ugly thumb, isn't it? Oh. Well, let me see. All right, God, look at this amateur shit. So much of this. Front page is an anathema. I can't stand it because I have to use an extension to stop a lot of stuff from auto-playing on Twitch. Because, like, whenever I open up on a browser, it auto-plays stuff, and it's like, there's nothing I care about on the carousel on the front page. Oh, all right. Huh. Are y'all feeling sold on this house? Are you feeling good? Do you want to purchase this? Or are you kind of on the fence at the moment? Huh? No? Rent to own. Strangely thinking about thumbs. Well, maybe I can sweeten the pot. Have you considered woman? Awooga! What's this guy doing in the back? What's he doing in the back? Go wait. Let me do What the fuck is this? It's Babes! Babes could be in your front yard. There's not a pool. What is she doing dressed like this if we don't have a pool? I don't know. Cruising USA lady. Does kind of feel like that, doesn't she? But I find it very funny. You can see the yard's also dog shit too. Like, look at this. They dressed up the yard, and when they were doing this, they're like, we gotta add woman as well. Absolutely, because otherwise, ooh. That's standing water? Oh yeah. Huh. Must have just rained or something. The yard, she's looking rough, folks. Nothing sells a bog standard house like a rendered lady. Mm-hmm. My goodness. 327,300. Built in La Verne, Tennessee. Let me see. Beautifully renovated, single little.
She's the only 10 I see Awooga.
Awooga? Huh. So nothing about when it was built. Recently renovated, but it's kind of like, I don't know how old this place is. Huh. Probably 80s, maybe? Maybe 80s? It's hard to tell, you know? Possibly. Landlord special. Yeah, it is rent to own. This was probably a place that was farmed out as a rental for people. Let me see here. Oathbound, thank you for the 7 months.
Oathbound_Hunter just subscribed for 7 months. Ooh. Rent to own, is that the house or?
Mm-hmm. It's the house. The description, the lady don't come with the house, but... Hey. How are we feeling about the news of the day? How are we feeling about sports? You feeling about sports? Wait a minute. What could this be? Mafia? Hashtag Bills Mafia? Is that what the Buffalo Bills call their fans? The Mafia? The Bill Mafia? Or is this like an unofficial label they're using? Yeah, that's the hashtag. It was funny when I saw this, I thought to myself, who's in the Super Bowl this year? It's probably not the Bills, right? It's not the Bills. You become a made Buffalo man? I'll never escape the family. They don't let nobody go once you're in the herd. Oh my God. Huh. Look at that. It's near this football place. It's near this place. It looks like it's wearing a turtleneck? Yeah, but look at the location. This place is dog shit, but look at that. The noise must be hell. Imagine all the tailgating, though, all the free beer. Wow. I'm also... Yeah, it's amazing how there's these two right fucking next to each other. That's crazy, right? But I'm also chuckling at what they've got here. Did they just hit the road a lot? Because they got a bunch of mobile homes parked here. I'm thinking the person who lived here, they must have had some sort of business or something tethered to these, maybe? Renting out spots? Could be that too. Because you could make good money if you rent it out for people to do tailgates here, right? They're 100% selling parking.
Location, football.
Fubo, exactly. Also, let me do something real fast. I don't want the random redeem on, so let me rename it. Unfortunately, the application always resets the random voice sound to say R, so I have to go in there and keyboard smash it if I ever want it off. So there's an easy redeem here. Let me do this. I wouldn't say strange. It actually makes sense, but still, there's a lot. There's a lot. Let me move my windows a little bit here. Stop hearing football no matter where you go, because that's his house. Football or baseball. Wait a second, is that? All right. Jeffrey? There was a video I saw that was like, I think it was pulled from TikTok. And it's about this guy who has a picture of Epstein on his wall and he keeps thinking it's Anthony Bourdain. Yeah, I brought a date here. Said, oh yeah, I love this guy. I look up to him for everything. Such an inspiration to me. Wow. I don't know if that's a good place for the TV, guys. I don't know about that. It's probably fine, but I'd feel nervous. And also, you got the range right here. That can't be good for the ass of the TV, right? My goodness. You use that stove? Oh gosh. Imagine all the spatter they get on the back of this. That's how you really that's how you get something burnt in on the TV, am I right? Huh, huh, huh. That's a knee slapper. Easy redeem. Oh no. Isn't that how Pennywise laughed in the original It? I should rewatch that at some point, but I feel like he had something like a really strange laugh like that. Beat louder? Not in the bedroom? Everybody's gonna hear you. That's embarrassing. Oh God, you're gonna... Is this in here? No, it's a different bedroom. Okay, okay. Oh, man. Man. What, you didn't get the Buffalo Bills themed vacuum? Somebody won on 5 calls? Was it 5? We've had 8 so far from re-redeems, but that's still, congrats, Chaos. That's still pretty damn low. I don't know if we've ever had fewer than 8. I'm trying to think. I know it's come up before, but part of me wants to say 8 is the lowest. It's possible we may have had a 7. You've won on a 5 before? Ooh, really? I should actually look at mine. Okay, hang on. I got to do catch up. Okay. Let's see how fast we can nudge a game 1 along. The Sabres. Wait a second. Are you seeing other sports in here? This could be another sport entirely, but this was a Bills house. You cannot embrace other sports. This tells me you're only partly supporting them. Hockey? My goodness, my goodness. You're supposed to live and breathe football. As soon as the Buffalo's Hickey team, as soon as football season is over, you should still be thinking about the Bills. Otherwise, it's like you're just a fair weather fan. Oh, we aren't doing sports. I can't talk about them. Bullshit. You got to become that guy. Also, wow. This looks like it used to be a cement pallet for something that's been removed over the years. I don't know if this is an ankle breaker, honestly. You know, I feel like ankle breaker's in the way of foot traffic. I mean, this, you could trip on this technically, but I feel like this is in the corner of a room. Visible damage. Sure, I'll take visible damage for that. That's looking pretty rough because they're, for folks who can't tell, they have like an epidermis of cardboard over this. Probably some significant slab damage there, honestly. Sometimes you have a little nibble on the step. Let me do, I say visible damage. That's really rough looking. I'm kind of curious how the underbelly of it looks. I mean, they've got this draped everywhere as like a weird carpet, you know?
An epidermis of cardboard.
Actually, that's cardboard. This isn't cardboard here. This is something else. I don't know. Anyway. Huh. Or fridge door? Jesus. The fridge is taking this damage pretty well, I gotta say. Wow, that's ridiculous. Well, Oh, interesting. Okay, so this was probably where they did the paying for the parking, I imagine. Like somebody'd sit in here, maybe? They sell parking? Yeah. So that must have been... No, it's not this, I guess. It doesn't fit this. This is probably the back side of the house then. Okay, I guess we didn't see a picture inside there. Let me see here. Oh, is this the inside of it? This might be the main house. Bill's Mafia. This counts repurposed? Sure. That's definitely repurposed for sure. Okay. Oh, I see what you're angling for. Still, fair, extremely. Oh, so we're just tiptoeing back to the kitchen. That's it. Just a whisper under 700,000, built 42. Oh. If you go back a street view to 07, it's a normal house with a grass lawn and all. Yeah, I figured at some point there was definitely a grass lawn. But at this point, it's probably all like gravel or something. Attention investors, entrepreneurs, and the Bills Mafia elite. This is the one you've been waiting for. Welcome to 60 Face Street, the legendary Bills Mafia house. Legendary? Legendary? According to whom? Let me Google this. Bills Mafia house, in quotes. How many hits does this have? Oh, it does have... Oh, that's on Realtor.com, though. The Buffalo Bills will be moving into their newly built Highmark Stadium 2.0. Oh! So the reason they're selling this is because the Bills aren't going to be using this stadium anymore? If I'm understanding correctly? Iconic for tailgating. I guess it's well known. It's pretty close. Yep, that's why they're getting rid of it, I guess. Because it's like, well, you still got baseball, but they can't do football. They've dressed this whole place up as Bills. It don't apply no more starting next season. My God, my God. The ultimate ground zero for game day energy. I misread that as gamer day energy. Well, strategic change. The game has changed with the new stadium mixed-use zoning for this site. Let me do... Did I do buzzwords in advance? I did not. That's buzzwords. My God, my God. Crazy, crazy. All right. Oh, actually, let me see something. Wow. Sold in 2013 for $58,000. I mean, I don't know if they're going to get any bites on this. I was not expecting that low. I mean, honestly, there's not much of a good... a lot of the area looks pretty dog shit, frankly, you know? Like, it seems to just be a honeycomb of roads and pavement. There is snow. Yeah, like over here, there's a whole bunch of places for trailers to park. Like 18-wheelers. This is a big-ass parking lot for some place over here. Yeah, yeah. Nobody wants to live in Buffalo. That snow is what it looks like 10 months a year. My goodness, my goodness. Seventh Saga. Okay, okay. Maybe something a little different. There we go, there we go. Thin, thank you, thank you. Is that an ankle breaker? I'll call that for ankle. Ooh, another one? Ooh. A little bit of a transition through the house, down steppy steps. Let me do that. All right, all right, all right. So we go up on a months-long search for my first home. Most descriptions read AI generated now. Do they? Oh my goodness. We don't see those too often on here, I feel. Like, we can usually spot them from the M-dashes and the rule of threes that it likes honoring to. Wow. Is that the back door? No, maybe this is. Well, there's bathroom 1. A little cramped. Okay, okay. Just a long hallway? I don't know, I don't know. Oh, that's... ampersand? M and... what? That's not an H, right? Isn't that like clips on like a photo that's turned the other direction? Or is it an actual H? I feel like we're looking at the back of something that's just making us think it's an H. Is this an FF13 house? FF13? I was about to say that game's all corridors, but now I see what you're saying. Gotcha, I gotcha. Buried in snow? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Are you at the Buffalo Bill, Mafia house? The mafia's getting out of town. Or so I'm told. Let me see here. Mark this off. There we go. There we go. Maybe a wha. Maybe a wha. Yajirobe loves the Bills? Was that like in an abridged joke or something? Okay. There's the other Steppy. There's that Steppy. Okay. Bathroom. Counter. Look at that space. Oh my God. And then this here. Yeah. Let me move this around over here. It's all right. It's all right. You got room for a bidet. You got room for a toilet. Honestly, I kind of like how this looks. This is actually a really nice renovated bathroom design. I like the colors here. That's quite nice, actually. Huh. All right. Kitchen. The question mark room. There's the other side. Okay, so it was... Wait, it's a QR code? And also... Motherfucker! Motherfucker! How does this keep happening? But that's a QR code, isn't it? Maybe... Okay, actually, no. No. I can see Michael's. I can see a cursive L. And maybe an F? Okay, it's not a QR code. It's just a Michael's that's in cursive and very far away. Okay. So, what are we feeling on this place? Perhaps... Oh, I did not start on the first image. Here we are! Ooh, boy. Look at that, look at that. That's what we're dealing with. It looks so much larger once you're in the front door, right? And you're also working with a fisheye lens. Crazy, right? Built in an alleyway that is allegedly 2,000 square feet. 2 bed, 2 baths. That's crazy. There is some part where it expands a little bit because otherwise the bathrooms wouldn't fit in here. I don't know where or how, but this might kind of be shaped a little. Actually, not quite like that. I was about to say an uppercase F. There's 2 bathrooms here somewhere, you know. Fisheye lens. Things are about to get bulbous. Well, this bulbous house could be yours in San Juan, Puerto Rico. First Puerto Rican house we've had in a hot minute. $855,000. Built in 1990. Hey, do you imagine having a property in a neighborhood recognized for its architecture, beautiful beaches, and excellent food? Do you ever? Don't lose this opportunity to increase your earnings. My goodness. Stop it. I'm reading here. Has it always kind of been around this price? Looking like. Little like. My goodness. Okay. Tuck this one to my back pocket. Who do I have next? Okay. Let me pause the bingo for this house. This one, there's a pretty funny thing that I caught here. So put your pens and pencils down. Already done rambling derail, so we can't do that no more.
Jinpu just rated us with a party of 16.
Everybody
Let's
point and
give
stare.
them a warm welcome.
What were they doing? Squeak Ross? Hell yes! Hell yes! Did you make a good rodent? The voice got it right. I was surprised. Did you make good rodents? I saw the other day that Squeak Cross had I saw it had an update. I dropped the game for a while, up until like a month ago, and then I burned through everything, and I was like, no DLC or anything. That's sad. And then yesterday, I noticed they dropped it, and they dropped an update, and I was like, yes! My goodness. Hey, Hippo, how you doing, dude? Let me see here. By the way, any folks not familiar, Dieting Hippo is the one responsible for making the Bath Doom level. Please point and stare and bow as you need to. You made a radioactive rat. I made one that looked evil. It was amazing. There's also, I loved Squeakross. I felt it was a little easy at times. The Jupiter ones are, I really appreciate the Jupiter ones, like, what is it? Logiart Grimoire? That's a pretty good one. There's also like a VTuber one that I forget the name of. She's one of the corporate ones. But those that came out are really good. So like if the Squeakross was a little too easy, those two get into the real freak shit, you know? The kind where it's like, oh, you've got to zoom in to figure this guy out. 30 years of puzzle making experience. I'd actually been playing around with those games on... There was Game Boy. They had some on the 3DS. They had some on the Super Nintendo. I'd kind of been nibbling through those in the background. I gotta say, it really makes you appreciate the modern ones because they're a little... Sometimes they handle a little too slippery-like. Like the Game Boy ones are actually really good, but the thing that pisses me off with those is when you're playing through the normal mode, as soon as you make a mistake, it penalizes you. And it's like, no, don't do that. But also, it was like, I remember the first one. It was very much felt like if you were trying to mark off a row, it sometimes eat a double input and cause you to screw up when you didn't mean to do that. And it happens so often, you know? Start from the end of the list, in with a bunch of 5x5s in a minute. The thing that really slowed me down with the Logiart Grimoire thing is it has like this baked-in thing that you have to unlock a nonogram using this combination of past things you've made. And it's cute, but also it's really dumb and slow. And I'm just like, I don't want to do this. Just open up the puzzles. I've actually never been a stylus person for those, honestly. Let me see here. So I paused the house for this. Oh, that's a Yoda. I paused the bingo for this house because it's something kind of innocuous here. As you're noticing, it's devoid of color, right? It's got some neutral grays, it's got whites, etc., etc. But the outside is really, really loud. Specifically this, the driveway. I know they hosed it down, but look at this. It's so funny to me. They do this with the exterior, but inside it's like, oh. Hippo. Even a sub, dude.
For 1 month.
Welcome to Florida. The Bloodway. Yeah, it's nothing disgusting on this house, but it was such a strange thing because I was like, oh, I wonder what the inside looks like. And then you get inside and it's just, oh. Okay, thanks. So let me see here. 439 Florida. The knowers know. That's Florida. We had the palm trees. Built in 02. That's not too old. What's this tag? The backyard is also split. That's strange. Okay. Anything fun in the description? No HOA huge plus. Wow. All my stars and garters. Price to sell. Yeah. Let me see here. Likely to sell faster than 97% nearby? Ooh. Wow. Yeah, no HOA. That's interesting. No HOA and you're near a college campus? Like, I figured they'd have some strictness nearing that. Huh. I mean, you're bound to have some old farts who really want to, you know, monitor the height of your grass and things like that. Hovered about around the same price for a while? All right. Weirdo! 3 Battleborns?
Hugo
Jesus.
Just subscribed for 27 months. No HOA?
Whoa. Thank you, dude. I'm surprised Brian stuck the landing on that. He's so weird with acronyms. How you doing with the Back in Black event, by the way? That's wrapping up today? I know you kind of been doing commentary and stuff on that. Let me see here. So let me see. Did I want to go to this house? Let me see here. There's also this guy. What house did I want to show here? I am tempted. Last day hosting duties just finished an hour ago. Ooh, fantastic, dude. By the way, I saw you were close to partner stuff. Cough. Slides. Oh, oops, I hit this button. You should follow him, by the way. Just putting that out there. I don't know. Huh. This is a house. Okay. Let's go ahead and get it out of the way. I know. Somebody says it every time. I know. This is actually a house we saw. This is another one from probably the first Zillow stream, I think. Let me see here. He's playing an awful game. Playing an awful game very well. Is that game still going, Rito? Let me see here. From the Cursed 50. So, Olympia. This is such a charming house. It vanished from Zillow, and I assume somebody bought it. But it came back. I think it has the same photos, but we literally haven't looked at this in years, and I love this one. It's got some weird freak shit going on. Ooh, yeah. You bet your sweet Bippy. My goodness. Boundaries. Don't talk about my Bippy. This is, okay, that Mirror Hell's already been marked off. This one, for folks who remember, this is, okay, you walk into the house, this is the first thing you see. This room is like a nexus to everywhere. These are doors that have reflective surfaces on them. When all the doors are closed, this is a baffling mirror cocoon? I don't know. Time loop fuckery could mean anything between one more loop and Bravely Default. Okay, we get it. Is the game just dragging on the plot level? Cool mirror coffin. I remember when we first looked at this, I think we came back to it a few months later. But it's so interesting to try and wrap your head around the box that this room is shaped as, because you have to follow the trim on the floor. This is reflecting a stairway opposite this. So it's not that there's a secondary room over here, you know? Also the Glade air freshener. Springtime fresh. Main character sucks ass. He's an awful piece of shit. So anytime I popped in there, I saw a girl. She's not the main character. Because I feel like every time I came in there, I'd see you trotting around as that lady. And I kept thinking of Neo Turf Masters every time, you know? It's just not Neo Turf Masters, no. I was thinking of the same engine as Neo Turf Masters. And that is Virtual Highlight. We have Launch at Home isn't the main character. Wait, is she supposed to be, is she like very much a knockoff of Launch from Dragon Ball? She's somehow not the main character. I could have swore she was. Virtual Highlight rules. It's so good. But there was Ryudo's playing through a game that has this perspective that just, it's an anime lady in an anime world. But it's just the way they have the animated sprites and the way she moves with turning and stuff, it just viscerally makes me think of Virtual Highlight. Time and Eternity. I'd never heard of it, honestly. I thought I'd actually heard of most garbage PS3 era games. I feel PS4 is where I really lost my grasp. God. Eternity just disappeared. How unfortunate. So this is the entryway, right? We are not looking into a mirror directly. We've got the stairway here. There's this room here. I think there's another office that is... Let me see here. My carpets. This here? Yes. So I believe this is inside the front door. And you have this room here, and I believe... yes. Wait, actually, yes. Stairways here, this is here, and... Oh, okay, this gets weirder. Oh boy. this is a door to a room. There might be a closet door here somewhere. Is that a handle? Or is it reflecting something? If you mean the game, I think you mean Vinny Vinesauce played it in a PS3 showcase. I've never watched a Vinny Vinesauce, to be honest with you. Let me see here. Oh boy, oh boy. Can I jump scare people with this? Sure, hang on, I need to jump scare Blue Sky with this really fast. I've fallen behind on my out of context shit. Yeah, I'll just say, Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Paste? There we are. If you mean the real-life cartridge tilt to recreate emulation corruption? Oh, they're referencing a bit. I see, I see. So, otherwise, okay, this is inside one of the doors that's in the ground level. You can see this is one of those doors closed in the mirror box. Now, otherwise, you have this very interesting room with a very nice wainscoting and things like that. Dresser at the end of the bed. Yeah, what about it? What about it? What is opposite this? Okay, it's opposite another doorway. Okay. I'm going to nudge on center fireplace for this guy over here. It's kind of just sprinkled over there. Oh, it's already been redeemed. 17 redeems deep. Oh my god. Okay. That is a very strange place for this. Like, is this... I guess... It's a little cramped for clothes, though, right? I mean, you could definitely put stuff like socks and ties inside here, right? Maybe they just have little knickknacks in here, and they just thought it'd be here. Okay, okay. Now, anything else? I believe the mirrorscape is the big thing, but also, oh, right, the colors. Ooh. Need to make flat screens that are designed for these rooms because the flat back plastic is clashing. There was a listing we saw a number of moons ago. Hang on. My music muted this track. There we go. Do this here. Yeah, sure. Oh, is this Rudra no Hiho? Oh, this is the game that looks rough to play, but it has outstanding sprite work. Oh my god. Every time I see a TV at the end of a bed, I'm reminded of the McMahon apartment that had that Jack-in-the-Box TV. I don't even think it was at the foot of the bed, but I just think about that. It feels like I just talked about that like last week, I swear to God. Anyway. Watermelon themed. Delightful. Sink? That's nice. Nice decorative sink. I gotta go look for that. I think I've actually got a link to it. Hang on. Because the big thing with that apartment is there was a glass bathtub, and also there was an office that looked like this Mickey Mouse, ooh, I do business in here, chicken shit sort of vibe that it's like, he never did work in here. This looks so miserable. And a blue sink. It does kind of clash with it. I mean, has anybody here ever actually used a sink nice and decorated like this? Just out of curiosity, I don't know if I've ever seen one highly decorated like this in person before, to be honest with y'all. It looks nice. No, I'm poor. You could have maybe some dog shit porcelain ones, right? It's very nice, but I've never seen it in person at a restaurant. Just vacationing? I see. Okay, so this is these are shutters to a window. Okay, okay. That's cute. Let me do this. Oh. Closets, very nice, very spacious, full-length mirrors. That's nice. Oh, the mirrors. Let me see here. Is this opposite the toilet? Are we... Okay, doors to our right? No, what is... No. Hang on. I'm unpacking this in my head. What's our perspective? Because there's mirror there. I don't see the camera tripod. Shower stall to viewer left. Yeah. I'm seeing this. And I'm... Okay. So this is the reflection. It has L-shaped glass. That's why we're seeing this here, I suppose. This is mirror trim or something. Yeah, they had to have edited it out. It's very rare we come across somebody who's good enough at editing these to crop out the tripod. It's the work of a professional, as I call it. Okay. Oh, right. So that's where we were standing for that photo. All right. Is that? Huh. I guess maybe they didn't have electrical work in here originally. A little bit of my cable management there. Don't worry about that guy. Ooh, yeah. Pool? Have we done a pool redeem? We haven't. Excellent. And arcade? Oh, there is. Is that, what is that? Does that say Legends Ultimate? What specific game is that? Hang on. I'm actually drawing a blank on that. Legends. Ugh. Legends Ultimate Arcade. Sam's Club? No. Oh, so this is just a one of those... Okay. This is one of those however many in one arcade things that's like 6 inches to a foot shorter than usual cabinet. Right. I see. Yeah. It's one of those they usually have up on like a pair of cinder blocks to make it look like typical height. Uh-huh. Death Star. Okay. Anything else? Oh, right. So we're ground floor again. Right. Actually, have we gone to the second floor yet? I don't think we have. Ooh, right. Kind of a... Almost makes me think of Raggedy Ann and Andy for some reason. I don't know. Bit of a deep cut. Maybe it's because of patchwork and all the colors. Let me see here. Is Raggedy Ann and Andy coming back? I feel that's come back, right? Let me do Ow My Eyes walls for this guy. Okay. There we go. The green cabinets or something? Yeah. Okay. Now, okay, right. We have not gone upstairs before. So here we are, stairway. Yeah. Does Ragatha count? Ragatha. Is that like a spiritual successor of some sort? I'm actually not familiar with the name. Wow. Okay. Now, entertainment room. Yo, sick skull. Nice. Anything else? I don't think so. Oh, right. The kitchen. Easel TV. Is that an easel? Oh. Huh. Well, it works. Kudos. You know what else works? He says as he flips through because he doesn't know what page it starts on. You know what else works? VR? Is that VR? I think so. Hang on, gamer? Well, that's gamer cable management. Do we have any 2 monitors? Gamer paraphernalia? No. Not enough. The VR headset makes me seem like a canary in the coal mine, but I don't see controller. They're dodging us. Zombie? Okay. Oh, is that actually... Is that a puss... Is that a pussfiv? Guys, I forget. Is this a pussfiv? Actually, what is this on top of it? What is that? Gotta ventilate the fans. Looks like it's got the side removed. Yeah, I was sort of like... I don't have a PS5. There's definitely controllers for game. Yeah, okay, there's a controller right there. Huh, maybe some modding thing or something? It seems with this last generation of consoles, I usually need people to point it out to me, honestly. A nude PS5? My goodness, my goodness. I guess we should have knocked first, right? Okay, so that is a random since it's gamer. We do this. Yep. Have some class, right? Okay. Bathroom. Side. Oh, yeah, the kitchen. Ooh, baby. Also, I should have marked off... Oh, wait. Reflective ceiling's already been hit. There we go. Let me do auto call vote for what you're missing. Where am I at on my bingo? I need to fill out my card a bit, sorry. There we go. Okay. What was the conversation with the contractor like on this one? Boy, I'd love to be a fly on the wall for that. Like, for the runner along the top, I could maybe get it, but you've got it on the ceiling. There were all the mirrors in the entryway. I'm just trying to get a grip on it. This person really, really liked reflective surfaces a whole bunch. Because the kitchen, ooh, Jesus. Crazy. But if you were to remove these reflective surfaces, it's kind of cute. It is a little unorthodox that the kitchen's on the second floor, I feel. Like, typically, that's like a first floor thing, right? And this is a bigger home. Not a fan of reflective overload. Yeah, block this overload. Oh, you've even got a glass table and chairs. My God. And then there's this access door. I think this is to a... This leads to outside, doesn't it? Oh. Well, this is not a fuchsia. This is just more of like a lavender, right? Fuchsia should be like a hot pink from my usual recollection. Dutch door. Yeah, it is. Didn't notice that. It looks like, I think that's an awning outside? I don't know. No, this is taped here. This is something else. Okay, right. This looks like it's got a sign and some tape. Oh. Old ass stovetop. Not enough for old world tech. Yeah, just got an old electric plugged in there. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Orforio. 47.
Orforio just
Well done,
subscribed
47.
for 47 months. Excellent work, 47.
Thank you so much. Grab a seat? Question mark. Okay. At least the wireframe part is covered. You aren't going to lose a button on the back of your pants sitting down on there. Oh, wow. Old world tech for next game. We got ourselves a landline. Ooh, look at that. Is that a rotary? How's my card? What makes you ask? Oh, my God. Bingo. Let me choose the prediction outcome. 40% thought I'd get a bingo. Wow, that's way more than usual. Well, it worked out. Yeah, always bet on me except when you shouldn't, right? Let me, in a moment, I'll start the next game. We have old world tech for that landline there. Love seeing a rotary phone. Now, anything else? It's a charming house, though. It's got enough stuff that's kind of it's got enough weird things that there's always something fresh. Like this is mirrored over here. Interesting. Okay, so that's just a wallpaper with these little columns here. Because I thought that there was like a median or something, but nope. Any good plushies? Thank you. It's all about the framing and the mirror, honestly. There's a hooter. Anything else? No. That's it. Plushie with a Buc-ee's shirt. Is there a Buc-ee's? I don't think so. Just a red shirt. Yeah, that's just a red shirt. Okay. What is... The The cents on that kind of grated on me. I had to skip it. 600,000. Tulsa. So it's not Olympia. I was thinking, oh, this is going to be Olympia. This is Pacific Northwest. No, it's Tulsa. My goodness. 600,000, 1950. Back on a market. It's an apartment. Oh, no. Apparently. My goodness. Marjarak, thank you for the 6
Marajak
months.
just subscribed for 6 months.
My goodness. Anything fun in the description? I don't think so. Okay. Let me... In-game. Ooh, wary just in time. I'm about to hit the button. I was clicking and holding. Let me... Rip. Okay. Start next, and I've got old world tech from the rotary phone. All right. All right. Let me tuck this guy away. Now. Ah, you. Is this the one I want to go to? Yeah. Okay. This next one is a little long in pictures, but I will probably go quickly through it past a point, because I think once we get to the second floor, or we've seen half the first floor, it's kind of like, okay, I get it, you know? So if I start speeding up, that's largely why. Florida mention? There's a city in Florida called Treasure Island? Really? Huh. All right. Welcome to Treasure Island. Are there any Muppets? Coke core. I'll do cocaine decor for this guy. Let me mark you off. So I showed this to DVAC, not because it's in Texas. There was just a thought that came to my mind that was hard for me to describe. It made me think of okay, I went to SeaWorld when I was a wee baby G-Hop with my family. That would have been probably about late 90s, I guess, maybe. I can't remember how old I was, but I can barely remember it. And there were always a couple photos we saw from the mid-late 90s era. And something about this just viscerally made me think of that SeaWorld trip. And let me see. It pops in here. There's a Maryland. I did not remember a Maryland. There may not be a good explanation, but it's one of those things that just sets off a certain sense in your brain that you can't describe, you know? And a little guy? You mean on the portrait on the left? I do not see a living creature in here. There's a little guy on the lawn. Was there? That silhouette. Is it dog or big cat? Dog or big cat? Dog? Or roof? Beefed? Dog. I see. Okay. Now, we got a pool table in the center of the room. It looks like a structure looking like a flamingo over here. Let me do pool. The center of the room, not a spiral staircase in the typical sense, but a curving stairway here. Now, the thing that made me think of the SeaWorld trip from the 90s is probably because a lot of my brain goes back to the really tacky shirts and color splashes of the time. Like this structure right here made me think of it. But also, there's this right here, this gate. I was just like, are those like little dolphins and porpoises and shit like that? What's going on here? Someone got sniped? Oh yeah. The water is very pretty. Here we go. We got colors. Oh yeah. The marker from Dead Space, but with a fun summer twist. That's how you get in the new hopefuls, right? The new people coming into the fold. There's gamer lights up here. Yeah, sure. Now, let me see. Textured wall. Not my speed. Now, there's something else in here that really set off The SeaWorld vibe. This is kind of nice. I wouldn't want it in a home, but I kind of like how this looks from a general standpoint. It's very eye-catching, you know? The chandelier's very nice. There's something going on up here with these recesses I can't quite clock, you know? Okay, so we're still ground floor. There's the telltale flamingo structure. Jellyfish vibes. Okay, there's the Maryland. This is the kitchen. All right. There he is. There's a weirdly sensual Bugs saying, what's up, Dak? It looks like he's wearing a vest of some sort. For pool? Is this a pool vest? Hang on. Pool shark getup. Pool hustler Bugs. Hang on. He's not wearing the one-piece hat, though. Hear this guy singing tonight at the Super Bowl? Wow. Let me see here. Anything else? There's a... Okay, got a flag, yeah. Tournament edition? What's the difference on tournament edition versus regular? Isn't it just like a 60 FPS thing? I'm a little lost on the differences in that game. They've made so many releases. There was two turbo, there's tournament edition. I don't know. You can play as M. Bison, that's the only change. This one has Akuma. I thought you could play as Bison in turbo, right? It wasn't actually, could you play as Bison in the original Street Fighter 2? The very, very original? Oh, this is a crate for the Doog. Wait, Mama's Girls. I see. There's Ultra, there's HD Remaster, there's too many. That's a lot of balls! Because we're talking about billiards. Now, second floor, I don't think there's anything interesting here. I'm just going to speed through this. Yeah, whatever. Y'all found Jesus? Got it stuffed in the corner of my office. Oh, this is where your office is? So your office has just glass walls? And you can tell they never do any actual work in here. That would be so distracting, honestly. Even if there's nothing going on, you could see these windows over here to the outside. No. Mirror is... Okay, mirror is not over the sink. Also, it's got one of these gross udder stems. You see this? You seeing this? Also, I think we talked about this before. This thing has like a stiffness to it, I think. I feel like we've talked about this, and I asked if there was like some looseness or some play to this, but it's actually just a stiff stem. So you're not supposed to wiggle it around, right? You got to use your imagination with the hand gesture I'm doing here, you know. You don't want to do ding-dong, all right? Better be stiff. It is. All the blood's flowing down there. All right, anything else? Anything else here? No. Nice book matching. What? Shared shower experience, I guess. Not the first time. Anything else? No. Ooh, Huh. All right. Got a shitload of generators here, I guess. Now, elevator, flag, water. Yeah. There's like 30 more photos, but I don't think there's anything interesting going on here. Yeah, it's Florida. It's expensive Florida. It's seafront. Oh, you got Look at these moves. Disgusting. This baby's never kissed the dirt at all. What are you talking about? Action shot. How slow do these turn? I know they aren't supposed to turn fast, but like, I don't have a bit I'm leading to. It must be motorized? Oh, it's absolutely motorized, right? Huh. I just never thought about that. I'm sure it turns really slow. Okay, and this is for your docking? Yeah, because there's a... Where's the davit on this? Yeah, this is access to boat. I guess the davit's here. You
Where
raise
is
and
that?
lower it.
I got to turntables and a
Okay.
microphone.
Foon? Nice hand. But yeah, nothing else otherwise. Pretty tech bro-y, you know? We've seen it before. 7 million? 7 million who want to live on Treasure Island? Hang on. Give me a lever. I will move this lifted truck. Treasure Island, huh? Yeah. Luxury private auction. Huh. That's a lot of words. Category 5 rated hurricane home. I mean, I don't know. I feel like once you hit category 5, it'll fuck up anything that's on the ground. I wouldn't trust the claim of category 5 rated, right? It has a massive generator. That'd probably explain because of all the breaker panels we had access to. It's got Kevlar windows. But what about the walls? You reinforced the windows, but what about the walls? 40-pound deco lift. 135-foot yacht with 20-foot beam. Wow. All right. Huh. What's this been like on the market? I figured if it's got sales history, walkability of 5, yeah, this is rich asshole area. You gotta learn how to swim. Huh. No history on the sales here. It was built in 2022, actually, so I guess that makes sense. I'm actually kind of curious of what was originally here, though. You know if they introduce a Cat 6 in the hurricane chart? It's definitely in FEMA Zone AE, a high-risk special flood hazard area. I was hoping to at least see what the property cost was, like if it was just a swath of dirt in the past, right? Okay. Who do I want to go to next? I do have this guy from last week. It's got a lot of stuff. Maybe I could save you for after the break, because I think you're probably going to take more than 20, maybe? Yeah, there was one I noticed way too late last week, and I couldn't fit in. It's got like 86 pictures. I will do you after the break. I can chew through a couple quicker ones in the meantime. Let me see here. Maybe you? Ooh. Interesting. Hang on, guys. I'm getting a little choosy. Which was this? Right. This guy here. What about you? Oh! Big! Yes. Okay. Perhaps. Something like this. Ooh, pig? What do you mean, ooh, pig? Let me see. I just got a text from somebody. What's this? Oh. That's strange. Weird. All right, so what we got here? Oh, cow? Oh, worm? There's no aminals. There's a weird little sign here. Oh, boy. So this is something we've not seen in a bit. I feel this house has an affliction known as roof too high. In fact, you look here and you're like, well, it was probably just the cathedral roof or something. But no, brother. It's got a lot. It's the old nemesis I've mentioned with a... This is the thing I've talked about with like a ceiling fan on a huge stem. And you just know sitting underneath this, it's going to be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Right? Extremely anxiety-inducing. It's like, this is worse than my mother's parents. This is worse than all the houses they'd ever been in. And they were constantly shuffling houses that had tons of high roofs. It was something they liked. So like, they would look at a house like this and they'd be like, oh yeah, this is great. But not in the kitchen, oddly enough. Please enjoy. Stairs. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Kitchen is... Honestly, they didn't do anything with the counters. It's fine. Looks a little basic, you know? No gripes. Oh, water? Okay, water cooler. Anything else? They're in the process of moving out, it looks like. I wonder why. So, I believe that's the main thing here. That entryway really left a mark in my mind. The doorway to somewhere. Oh, right, this room! It feels like a venue room, but it's in a house. But look at the size and shape of this room. Like, yeah, these are fake. The furniture is fake. But the thing is the size. What would you do with this? Like, I've seen a few places that have like a sprawling den that leads into something a little different. This is just repurposed, maybe? Basketball? Carpet basketball. My God. Let me see here. It looks like that's just... Is that just like a painting of nothing? Ooh, look at the gunch. That's probably a grating, actually. They had something up here that they patched up above these windows. Shelf? A shelf, maybe, of some sort? Probably seen so much indoor smoking. I figure if it was smoking, we wouldn't have fresh paint from these patch jobs over here, but maybe they were smoking even prior to that. I don't know. This... the fan's in the way. The fan's in the way for it to have been a projector screen. Very weird. It's either a set of curtains or a very crumpled projector scene. Yeah, that's the only thing that's speaking to me there. I feel a fan's in the way, but I guess maybe they used, like, I don't know, a projector on a cart or something, you know? Not coming from the ceiling. Oh. Okay, that's a mirror. Okay, I thought that was a really fucked up door. Anything else? Wow. What was this place? I'll do that for Pizza Hut roof, honestly. It's got the steep steeples. Okay. Let me see here. Curious. That's the wrong click. Well, let's see here. Wait, it's a 3D tour? Wow. It's even more jarring. So this is something else I was wondering about. There was this ventilation duct thing up here. Huh. Curious. It's like myhouse.wad from the back. I was thinking about that the other day. I still haven't played myhouse.wad. I should at some point soonish. Interesting. Listing description, do you have anything for me? This feels like it was repurposed, but I can't get a beat on it. One-of-a-kind home built in 97. Ooh, what do we got here? A private ballroom. A carpeted private ballroom, though? Okay. The ultimate man cave or stunning media room. Huh. I thought usually a man cave you didn't have much in the way of windows, you know? Or is that more rumpus room coded? You know, the key operative being cave, you know? 70s motel, God, right? It was built in 97 too. That is so peculiar. Huh. Oh, right, the price. So this is nearby prices, okay? Huh. Presumably, the original creators or owners are just now selling it? Okay. Let's see, about 10 minutes to break. What were you? You got a very interesting exterior. Interior? Oh yeah, you got a few things in here. Wow, that is strange. Hang on, I'm getting choosy again. Digi, 21. Thank you, dude. How you doing?
Denji_ just subscribed for 21 months. Geop Scramble.
I am deliberating which house to show. I've got one that I want to show that's too long for what we've got here, and I'll just do that when we come back from the break. Maybe you? About 30 photos. Yeah. This one's just got a couple interesting things that stuck out to me. Let me do this. Some of this. Bueno. Let me see. You watched the panel? Ooh, thank you. It was fun. I loved it. I'm hoping that they let me do off-Kai. I submitted for a panel. We'll see. I pretty much said, they said no last year, but at least this time I can say, hey, I have a video. Shrug my shoulders, you know? We'll see. But I'd love to do more. They are fun, man. All right, the entryway. I didn't even notice the little merry-go-round in the stained glass. Oh my God. But there's also this... What is going off the ceiling? I think this is recessed a little bit. You're hoping you do Mag West? Ooh. Yeah, there's some folks talking about Mag West. Personally, I'm just feeling the usual Mag locale, but I could totally get it from how much a pain in the ass it is to get a room, right? Seems tiny by comparison. Oh, for sure. Like, MagFest was kind of small-ish for the longest time, and it really blew up. And then COVID stunted that, and then it boomed back. Wow. Turn that entryway pick upside down, nobody would notice. Yeah, I would love a better shot of this. We've got mirror wall here, mirror wall here. I've already done mirror... Hang on. I've not done mirror hill. That's a benefit personally. Oh yeah. Like the year it came back from COVID and there was Omicron and there was full masking and, you know, understandably barely anybody went. That was nice because it reminded me of the first year or two, so much sleepier. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is render. We've done render. Okay. Anything else? Fully reflective wall. Okay. Anything? Is the drought over? Possibly. It's rectangular shaped cube? My goodness. A little squished. A little squishy. I haven't seen one in so long. That was something we'd see multiple times a night, and then we went last week without seeing it at all, and half of today? Crazy. Okay. Big 80s. Big 80s / early 90s. FaveCon experiences with a 2021 Dragon Con because they ran
Rectangle.
at half capacity. So I got full con experience without the crowd. Oh, wow. I've heard a lot about Dragon Con. Isn't that the big, huge one on the West Coast? Maybe I'm getting them mixed up. I think that's like the big, huge West Coast one, right? Okay. Anything else in these other rooms? No. Okay. Little gate for critters or people. Okay. Miami Mike. That's Atlanta. Oh, right. There was a guy I caught on the last day of MagFest who talked about always doing that con. Right. I had that same mix-up in my head. Yeah. There was a guy I talked to at like 3 a.m. on the final night. He was trying to talk me into Dragon Con, which I was kind of like, I don't know, man. Because he described how much bigger and more people there were. And I was just like, that's way too many people for me. Oh, wow. But we do have bedroom with bath. Oh boy. My God. Haven't seen this in a while, actually. I'll do split B. Mark this off. Change this here. A lot of reflective surfaces this week. Is that the bit? Oh. Vampire protection in here, I see. All right. Don't want to mix the bath smells with the bed smells. I mean, at least we don't have pool. You'd have the chlorine smells. Vile, right? The main reason I tucked this guy aside, though, was because this entryway. It's just this little recessed, mirrored situation, and also this really festive stained glass. And just so interesting to me. Like, where do you find a guy to make this shit? A lot of people do the stained glass repurposed from churches. This didn't come from a church. No siree. Boy, also, is this... That's meant to be a... Is that meant to be grapes? Is that meant to be grapevines? Hmm. Looks a little weird, right? I guess so. Gotta be hyacinth? I don't know. The wine circus? Let me see here. Oh, wow, it's that expensive? Where the shit is this? Hang on, guys. Gotta resize this one a lot. Northport, New York. 1.27 million. Ooh. Built 76. Okay. Big house, too. Anything fun in the description here? Commuting options, including the train section. Anything else? I don't think so. Timeless style. Peculiar tag. Huh. I didn't think it'd be from the 70s. A lot of it made me think mid to late 80s. I guess they've had renovations. It's well cared for, though. Not much in the way of visible damage. Huh. Shot-ite. Let me see. So we've got the break here. Let me see here. I suppose, before we head to break. Actually, is this a... How many is this? Maybe the bits, Corbel. Let me see here. Actually, how many photos is this guy? You know what? Sure. I could do one more before the break, I think. Yeah. Thank you, Denji. Let's see here. I'll go fast through this guy. It's got a good number of photos, but I think there's, once again, only a couple things. I feel like if I don't pull the trigger on this house and a few others, it just kind of gets in the backlog and I forget about it. Yeah, 3 garages. Horse button's the best thing Twitch has had in the last 5 years. The bar's pretty low, right? Okay, so this really stuck in my head because the roof too high house kind of touches on the same, I don't know what, that this house does. Because this is right when you walk in the front door. You got the fucked up chairs. I'll do seat of sacrifice for these guys. Very peculiar. Lousy back support. AI looking chairs. Okay. Very strawberry themed. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is before and after they've moved out furniture. A lot more light, it seems. I guess maybe they also bumped up. Yeah, there's a lot more. Yeah, they touched this up photography-wise as well. The lighting's much more drab here. And here you can see the whites pop a lot more. Okay. A lot of nice glassware, actually. Okay. So a few of these is with and without. Ooh, those porcelain haunces. Oh, yeah. Get a load of that dog. What is that? Huh. Weird. Now, let me see here. Caked up sneck, we're giraffe. I am hoping we are giraffe free in this house. Wow. So one thing I tucked this away for, this has an enclosed little garden. Very peculiar. A lot of vertical blinds. At the very least, this place got flipped in the 80s, I had surmised, if we got vertical blinds. The smoking area. Never considered that. That's a possibility. Kitchen. Appliances kind of fit from the era. Got this nice shelving on the top here for putting in all of your knickknacks, paddywhacks, and all that stuff. Your fine china that you will never use. What is... Honk. Does it count for tchotchkes? Sure. They've got a lot. There's one thing between just innocuously having these things and another of, oh, this grandma's a little attached to collecting this glassware stuff. Okay. So speeding through this. All right. Little piano. It looks like they had potted plants in here. Maybe somebody was smoking here. I'd believe it. But they didn't even have anything buried. That's very peculiar. I mean, you do get a lot of natural light through this. That's a plus. A secondary kitchen of some sort. That's peculiar. 8 bed, 7 baths. Oh, this place is fucking huge. We're only seeing a small part of it. Okay, so this is like a guest suite or something like that, I guess? Yeah, bedroom. Yeah. The heart tub. It's not hot rod red, unfortunately. Missed opportunity. I feel like this should have been a very vibrant red, you know? Bedroom. That's Michael's. I will mark off Michael's. Okay. And anything else? I remember the heart-shaped tub and the high roofs speaking to me. Oh. Huh. Wait, is that a creepy baby? Creepy baby doll. But also, that is a canopy. Peculiar. Lots of crosses, too. Think any of the dolls have any possession issues? Yeah, there was the big cross in the den/living room. There's this one here. Huh. Another bedroom. Yeah. Oh, so this is not a heart-shaped. Huh. Intriguing. Multiple cut couches. Let me back up a bit, actually. Hit the snooze on the ad stuff. Oh, wow. Yeah, they want you to get comfortable. That's very considerate, actually. Okay. What the? Elephant? Weird. That's a tripping hazard. I'd eat shit for getting that Dumbo is there every single time. Are we done pool? We have done pool. Funny looking giraffe. That's not a giraffe. Anything else? The back 40? No, this is the front 40. Wow, that's a big yard. Anything else? Good God, that yard is huge. You gotta mow that, you're gonna lose an entire day. Wow. Wasn't this playing earlier? Oh, I know this track. I gotta skip it. It's got like a low frequency hum that's very aggravating. There we go. The lawn could use some love. I don't know when this was taken. It's possible this could have been winter. Maybe. I hope it's not summer, because if it's summer, they've had watering and scorching issues big time, right? Okay. Where is this? Vancouver, Washington. Okay. $1.25 million. Oh. 89. That seems right. Anything else before we saunter along to break time? One of Vancouver's most accessible and desirable locations. I mean, that's still going to be really expensive, you know? I don't know much about either Vancouver, but they're both pretty expensive, right? Anything else? Anything else? No HOA again?
Don't break
goodness.
time. I don't know if we can fix it.
Too expensive to fix it. Outstanding value size. Bring your vision. Make this the home. No, make the most of this rare offering. Private flex room? What the? Is that a formal thing? What is a... Is this buzzword stuff? What's a flex room? Huh. Curious. It's a standard word, it seems. Okay, so it's meant to be a room that could serve as multiple purposes. Okay, I thought it was a buzzword where they were trying to be like, oh yeah, show off your stuff in this room. It's quite literally a room that could double as like a den and an office or something like that. Hence, flex is inflexible, right? Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Thin this out. I can pull up the other group in a sec. Let me go ahead and kill the pre-roll stuff. And we will do this. Verds. There we go. There we go. Take 5. Be back in a few minutos. Just a sec. I am pondering something. Okay. Got a bit of a busy second half. Let's see. So there is the big one with all the stuff from last week. I think we go to a short one just beforehand. A petite 30 photos. Here we go. Let me nibble away the margin. Beautiful. All right. Intriguing. Huh, kind of a tiny thing. This isn't important. I'm just kind of... Oh, maybe this protrudes out a bit, I guess. Oh. Okay. Okay. Driveway is actually pretty interesting. That's kind of eye-catching. Also, Huh. It's simple, but I kind of like it. Someone had an oil leak. Oh yeah. Somebody probably parked out here a lot, and that just accumulated, right? Huh. Driveway. I like the work on the pavers here. It does look like the soil kind of lilted a little. Tilted. Maybe settled. I can see a tiny bit of curve here. No big deal. No big deal. I'm just kind of admiring. I know you do. You got to do what you can do, but I am kind of tickled by these small little filler pavers because they have space. They have to meet on the end. You see they have these full size little tiles here, getting close to the end and like, oh shit, got to have a buffer here. There we go. Yeah, little bib, little bab, little baby pavers. Okay. Inside the house, looking good. Okay, right inside, kitchen's to the side here. Why is my boy blushing? Hang on. My baby boy. Control B. There we go. Actually hit the blush combination. Oh, so the kitchen's right here. Okay. Entryway, kitchen, rest of the house. There's the door. All right. Kitchen seems fine. A little small. It's a little strange that it's right in the mid of the house, but you know, you do what you can with some of these house shapes they give you. All right. Cool. What else? Ooh, what is going on in here? Something. Is there No, that's not it. Ooh, yeah. So I feel the oil patch on the garage, on the driveway hinted that somebody parked outside. I think they parked outside because they had they didn't park cars in here, maybe? Maybe? It is a bit of a cave thing, right? Look at that. Look at that. That's crazy. Look at all them shapes. Laboraleuve. I'll count it. I'll count it. Sure. Let me mark this off here. Let me do this. Brethren are sliced and stuck to the walls. They're synthetic. These ain't real. They are fake. Okay. Okay. Can I get some more of the garage, though? No? Boring staging otherwise? I got something back here on the back porch. Dang. I would have loved more photos of this. Maybe there's not much more to it, but I'd like a little more, right? Poser Rocks, exactly. 200,000, Jacksonville, Florida. There's no escaping Florida. Not tonight. Anything fun here? Huh. Big stretch, big yawn. Oh my god. Anything? No. No. Southeast Joshua Tree. Just slightly the southeast. I did have a few Joshua Tree houses I found this week, but they weren't weird enough, you know? Let me see here. 65,000 in 2024. Price jumped up. Okay, so they flipped it and they've been trying to sell it for a couple years, it looks like. Yeah. So they bought it about 2 years ago. And within about a year, they tried to sell it. Yeah. And they've just been sitting on it for an additional year. Nibbling away at the price, no bites. I see. Okay. Let's go to the one that I ran out of time for last week. Because I felt this one might take us a bit. We'll see. At the very least, there's a lot of stuff, and there's a good amount of photos. Okay. So, we got some signage near the door. I think we get a better look at this in a second, but just in case we don't. Hershey's ice cream. Guess they like ice cream. You know, I didn't actually notice this until just now. I mean, same, right? I like ice cream. Ice cream sicko? Wow. Where is this? It's not Florida. Hunter, New York. Okay. What's all these chairs? Are these more of those? Ooh, weird. Actually, it's not too different from... Okay, they just painted them pink. My parents had chairs kind of like this. They're fine. Let me see. Yes, Kennedy. 46. Howdy.
Kennedy just subscribed for 46 months.
Welcome to my parlor. Welcome to the big boy. Big boy, big 46. Thank you, dude. How you doing? So, I don't think this was an ice cream parlor. I think they really fuck with this stuff. It's premium. How can you not get excited? Doing good. I am delightful. Now, it's not Florida, but they do got gator iconography. Inside of the house. Okay. Fast, safe. What is this? What's he selling? Fast, safe, eat. Something about food? What are you? He's got a bit of a lazy eye to him. I don't know. Okay. Is that another burger boy? Is that another big boy? I think it's a second big boy. That's not the exact same one, I don't think. Big boys at large. He's loose. In the hoose. Range. I'm going to mark off Chashkis. Okay, we've already got Takaki's marched off. Oh my god, he's back. He never left. He was just slumbering. Also, hang on. Tonight, Alan Toussaint. Something Walter. Something Thomas. Something LaSalle. That's an address. Huh. Okay, also they've got these... Some of these are platters. You couldn't even fill this guy up with fruit? You just got a couple lemons and plopped them in there? Is this a Cracker Barrel house? Could be. It's got the energy of a Cracker Barrel. Of just putting a bunch of weird shit on the walls. I don't see that pegboard game. Maybe there'll be like some artisanal cornhole board somewhere in here. Okay. Can't get a lot of fruit there, I guess. Maybe. A bit of an ankle breaker, though. I don't like that transition. Okay. We haven't called this guy. No smoking. So this is the dining room. That's the kitchen. there is an entryway in here. We just kind of poured it partway into the house. Kitchen. Anything fun here? Ooh, what's the poster? Some musician's poster. I can't read it. Okay. What else? Unser T. Lädchen? Yach. Hershey's ice cream. They got a lot of stuff. It's not all ice cream, but a good chunk of it is. Barbecue. I've never seen BQ spelled out like this in the parish. Oh. Procured from Louisiana, maybe? Catfish, crawfish, shrimp? Probably. Chronic sign thief. This is why they had to start putting RFIDs inside of signs. People keep running off this shit. Oh, Nolans. Yep. I see. But this is in New York. Huh. Well, I guess maybe they were from Louisiana. That we thee? Yeah. Okay. Thinking barbecue isn't labor or something. Take again. What? Okay. Another room, more stuff. I can't make out the statue. This better not be a... Okay. I couldn't make out what was going on with the face. Look, there's like some paint or patina that wore off, and there's the hat. Okay. What else we got in the back? Any good posters? Congo Square. Rebirth. Wait. Huh. Okay. A lot of signs, though. A lot of weird signs just out of nowhere. Something in Elvis? This ogre battle music? I think it is. More rocks. That's just... Actually, hang on. Huh. Didn't notice, y'all. Getting too hung up on the posters. Also, carpets. Carpets are kind of lively. They got some little rugs sprinkled around. We're kind of just dancing around them, but... My goodness. Lot of shit. What is this up on the rafters? What is that? Huh? What am I looking at? I thought for a second it was a fucked up drinky bird. Now I don't know. Okay. That's a burb or something? Let me see. Jim Burleson, Illusion of Elvis, show nightly. Oh no! Is this an Elvis impersonator sign? I thought it was going to be like a quaint sign advertising Elvis. The Illusion of Elvis? So this is the main body of the house. This is actually a pretty nice little centerpiece to the entire home. You got a skylight right here above the fireplace. That's good. You got a spiral stairway. Wow. There's also a lot of old lumber. This probably didn't used to be a barn. This probably is using repurposed barn lumber. You can see all of this tapering through here. Yeah. Roof too high yet again. And there's a sign over this door. Drama mystery. I see. Am I seeing a bit of unexposed railing? There's railing up here. I can see that. Not much else, I don't think. A whiff of Elvis. That is number 5. Let me auto call. Let me see. They're by their spiral rail, but no steel. Yeah, I was kind of wondering how this terminates up here, but I see you ascend the stairway right here. There's a wall here. It does look like this is exposed over here, which is a little contentious. I don't like that much. I don't like it that much, honestly. What else do we have going on here? What is up with this weird suggestion of back support? Yeah, I'll go ahead and nudge 24. Ooh, yes! Yes! Look at him go. Hell yes, hell yes. Sleepy, snoozy music. I gotta skip this. Putting me to sleep too long. Yoshi's World? Sloopy. Tetris Attack, Water World? Yeah, sure. Didn't know Kevin Costner was in the Tetris Water World game. Wow. Okay. What happens if something is up for bid and gets voted? What exactly happened? Was that one of the things leading the top? Did it just blink it out or something? Let me see. Curious. What is up with this? Strange. Huh. Okay. Can't even make this joke considering Waterworld was already played on this set. It was. First track. What a good-ass tune. It's like from the Overworld, I think, and only from what I've gathered, it only plays for like 10 or 20 seconds. It's like this incredibly chill, cool track you never hear in the game. All right. A lot of shit, though. A lot of stuff. That's kind of what this pivoting around inside the living room. No dumping! All right, fine. A lot of stuff. Yeah, so was this person just from New Orleans or something? I'm curious. No dump. Yo, look at this. Wow. Too bad. Too bad it's just dolled up. This was never a string instrument, I don't think. Well, was it just from the derelict remains? I don't see the actual body leading into it, though. Thank you for the follow, Mizu Ni Metal. Welcome to the house from New Orleans, which is actually in New York. I don't know. Where else should I be dumping? You need a license if you want to do the dumping in this county, all right? Oh, so this is second floor, I guess? Because there's a stairway down to our left, right? Oh. All right. Yep, looks like there's a little deck over here. Wow. Nice view. I mean, we're in the dead of winter right now, presumably. Anything else? Is this a barn door? No, it's not a barn door. Wow. No photos? Well, tough shit. Somebody broke that rule here, it seems. Hang on. Are these just some monsters yelling curses? Oh, yeah. Me when I stub my toe in the middle of the night. Me when my food gets burnt because I forgot to set a timer.
Goodbye.
Me when, I don't know. I don't fucking know. All right. All right. That's it for the game. Let me start the next game. Thank you for the reminder, Bella. Okay. What do we have here? This is a study. I like this cabinet. Very nice. I feel like we've seen this in another house and it was a lot more disrepair. Pretty well tended to, I gotta say. All right. Roomba. Is it true that the Roomba company is like going under? The actual proper company named Roomba? I feel like I heard or read something about that not too long ago. You know? The boy. I'm gonna do ankle breaker on this. Specifically because we haven't called a tripping hazard in this house, and this threshold is very... That'll snag a toe for sure. The company was called iRobot. Was that the name of the company that put out the Roomba stuff? I thought the company name was Roomba. I guess that was just their flagship product, I guess. Hang on. Mark this guy off. Yeah, gotcha. Somehow the article that talks about it says they won't be killing Roomba functionality yet. All right. 4-poster, no canopy. Interesting. It also has the frame has the same shape as the other example we saw earlier, which has this hump in the middle. That's peculiar. All right. Mark you off. The North American vacuum dog. Okay. He's missing one of his legs. They got a cutout of a Keebler elf over here. Oh my god. What's this? Oh, interesting. That's such an interesting dresser. They've got a mirror in the middle, and then these two, I suppose you open this up. It's a little narrow for hanging clothes. I suppose it just has a bunch of cubbies and stuff. 2 big drawers. That's nice. A face. I can see how you're calling a face. It's not speaking to me. Which is me being picky with the redeem. It's usually when something calls to me. You know what I mean? Let's see here. So they've kind of been repeating a lot of rooms and... Ooh, clown. Also cats. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, clown. Let me see here. Yeah? Looks pretty nice. Does that say Jimmy Buffett? Oh no, it's the same one of Burleson. It's not Jim Buffett. It's Burleson and his accoutrement of Elvis impersonators or whatever the shit. Oh no. Give it up, Earthlings. The shit is this? It's the guy from the Digital Circus, right?
Teeth.
Give it up, Earthlings. Huh. Well, there's the fucked up cats. I don't like them. Why am I sitting on this one's lap? No, sir. The shit is this? I recommend it heartily. Ooh. Hang on. That's like a bird. It's like a bird man. You got ears, you got big beak. Wow. So we've got the natural light coming up here. Right. So this is that skylight we were looking forward at, because there's the fireplace in the original room. Wow. Once again entranced by the old lumber shit. My goodness. Also, this is probably a little bit of discoloration, probably from the smoke down here, the fireplace. You know, it's got to go somewhere. Good God. Didn't quite realize how much open air there was. Goodness me. Extreme parkour house. Cats love it, although that is spray insulation. That's basically like canned cheese, you know? So I will do that sprayable meat up there. Oh. Bathroom? Toilet? Shower? Yeah. Anything sticking out to me? Not quite. I feel this has got to get... This is in New York. I feel this has got to get frigid as hell up here, right? You've only got one... Actually, I guess there's a couple fireplaces, actually. But I feel like that one in the den is like always going to be going, right? All right. A lot of stuff. Where is this in the house? Okay, we're near the top floor. I can see the top. I can see the roof line. Yeah. Up thinks. Clark's Ash Creek Marina, Buccaneer Motors, Whirlwind Boats. That's Pizza Hut lighting. Pizza. The buffet is near. How big is this place? 4 bed, 4 bath, about 3,300 square feet. But the square footage measurement always goes out the window when we get multiple stories in this. Right, so there's the spiral staircase. Aha. Okay. Good God, there's so many of these fucking signs. Another stairway. So this is the back of the house. There's a sliding door here. Nice fiche placard. Whoa! What's up with this wall? I didn't know we had this texture here. Although these are insulation boards. That's strange. I guess maybe they're in the middle of renovating this and kind of stopped. Huh. Okay. There is pool? With noodles included? That's peculiar. Is this a... Huh. That's peculiar. What is this for? I wonder. Dang your noodles? I genuinely need to know what this is for. Rehab pool? There's something. Like the pool, these pool noodles look like you'd like noose something in there or something. But it's like it couldn't be your legs because you need those for swimming. It couldn't be your arms because you need those for swimming. I'm not sure. It doesn't move along like a gantry. Pilates pool? Ugh. Doing that stuff in the water? That's not sanitary. Oh, wow. Man. The insulation with this really makes it look like moss. Boy. So they're in the middle of flipping this, huh? Or at least this is the part where they're doing... This part of the house is getting TLC. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah? Yeah? Ooh. Nice. Dear! Thems ain't pets. Thems ain't little guys. Those are wild. Don't really like that insulation. I don't either, but I guess what's the alternative? I mean, they have to use spray insulation. They could have gone with white, I guess. 800,000. Let me... Pigeons with hooves, pretty much. 4.1 acres. A lot of land. That was a rehab pool, for sure. You hold on the bottom noodle. Huh. Barn! Converted by Ernest Burden. As shown in his book, Living Barns, 1977. Oh my God, that's a name drop.
Barn.
Wow. Let me see here. T-shaped barn with its hand-hewn beams cut from tying trees. Okay, so this is repurposed. I was having a sense that it used repurposed lumber, but it looks like they actually flipped this entire barn. Yeah, because converted by this guy. Okay. Large cupola's original vents were replaced with windows to let natural light steaming in from the roof. Streaming in. So they got fiber. Present owner has replaced the roof 11 years ago. Well pump 7 years ago. 3D walkthrough tours available. I'm good. There's a lot of shit in there. Interesting though, a lot of character. But the signs. Sold 2013. This for sale. I see. Has too much barn taken away though, because we didn't even realize. I figured there's a possibility of it being a barn because of all the repurposed lumber, but the shape, it doesn't look like one from the exterior to me. Like this, the way this opens up here and projects outward, it's a little too... I also didn't see the way of like barn doors on the exterior, which, you know, that's just from, we didn't see the entire perimeter. Maybe there's a side that reads more to it, and this is like an extension that's meant to look more house-like. But yeah, outside of the joinery and the high roof, you didn't really get the sense of it being barn, right? Okay. But got the weird roadside church shape. Let's see. Hour 20. Let me see. You know, we do have a theme. Who am I to turn away from such things? That's destiny, baby. All right, all right. So, what we got going here? Driveway? Yeah. You're going to live in a barn, you may as well. No, if you're going to live in a barn, you should live in a barn. Is this barn? Are we barning? Y'all, are we barning up again? This is in Collegeville, Pennsylvania. Oh. This could be a barn. Wow. Boy, look at how looks like the soil has shifted a little bit. Hang on. Who's buzzing me? Hang on. Okay, not important. Just checking my phone. Huh. All right. Ooh, a lot of sunlight. Old windows. I can taste the single pane, but the interior, oh boy! Them high roofs. Looks like it's been well cared for. I feel the exterior is pretty rough. Fake brick floor. It's pretty pristine, condition-wise, I feel. Wait a minute, we got a spinning wheel? Who up getting Rumpelstilted inside they barn? Wow. What's this guy doing here? Okay. I see that's bathroom there by the thermostat. That's another room there. We got this. That's backyard. Ooh, you got a Windex, that son of a bitch. Looking gunch. All right. Otherwise, pretty clean, right? Old world tech, sure. Let me mark this guy off. All right. This median's kind of interesting. Not sure the purpose. It's got a little gap at the bottom. Like, they have these other walls that stop short for, understandable reasons, but this guy's kind of... What exactly... So this is an old barn? It might be an old barn. I'm just kind of curious about this guy. What's going on there? Also, toot. What's going on with the ventilation here? Huh. Maybe we'll figure out what's going on over there. Wow. Interesting. Good amount of counter space. Ooh. Got some glazed brick. Wow. That's old barn, huh? That's the old brick, right? Ooh. That's the old brick on the right, I see. Kind of like an old British pub on the exterior. Shame it isn't that on the inside. It's... Boy. Look at all that platforming up there. My God. I think there's a ladder there? Huh. So kitchen... More kitchen sink on the right. Okay. God.
It's not the...
I can see a balcony over there. Wow. Imagine trying to heat this, right? You're going to be wearing slippers and or socks all the time in here. That ground's going to be cold as hell. Jesus. Is that a stairway down to a basement? We got basement? Basement unlock? I was thinking that was a ladder. It's... I guess it could be. I don't know if you're intended to use a lot for anything. That's strange. Well. Pardon me, big yawn. I better look at that cable management. It's okay. It's okay. Probably not a textile mill, but look like places to hang fabric. Oh. I was wondering if it was for hanging something. I didn't quite think of fabric, though. Okay. Yeah. Seems okay. Shower. Yep. Okay. That's a towel rack, I imagine. Another one of those, huh? Now, these are for towels. That makes sense. Haunts would make sense here. I don't think we have any haunces living in this domicile. I haven't seen any hoof prints. Right, so there's the spinning wheel. You have the bits corbel. Wow, what the? Okay, that's a window. And then you got this up here. Boy. Like, I know you can't do much with this, but it's still jarring to me. The entirety of this place is so open. Uh-huh. An overlook up here? Yeah. So this is top level view of everything. Kitchen over there, den question mark over here. There's a stairway on the other side of that leading down. Wow. Bathroom, yeah. You can see the gap to above. Whoa. Ah. The frame is good to go. Build upstairs. Building room / upstairs would be nice. Yeah, I would have liked an attempt to enclose some stuff, but nothing is really closed off, which, you know, maybe you're not meant to have this place with a big family, but it's a big house. It's got 4 bed, 3 baths. You're absolutely going to be here with other people. What am I talking about? God. This is the stairway down. Okay. Yeah, so it's not a basement per se. Got a rickety ass door, yeah. A little bit of gunch down here. I'll do visible damage for the hell of it. That's just the age of the wall on the left, I feel. Dungeon. It's got daylight. That's not dungeon. It's fine. Ooh. The bricklet? Oh, my stars. I mean, there's nothing inherently sinister about this, but I just don't like it. You know? Ooh. Okay, maybe this is harmless, but I don't know. Maybe this is harmless, but I just don't like how that discoloration looks, right? Oh yeah, you can see how the faucet has gnawed away at this tile down here. Oh boy, oh boy. Is it red on the mirror? Like dripping blood? It is. Something is red over there. I wasn't sure if it was something decorative they glued up here, or if it's an adhesive, or if the house is bleeding. Could be any of these, you know? Let me see. Is that actually... Right, there's like a liner here. It's not cracked. Curious. House wants me out, or house wants to escape its shell? Oh. Oh, this is the fridge where you keep the good sodas. All right. Sink over here. Bit of a prep / not serving, but a prep table here. An island in my basement kitchen. Ooh, the doors are sagging. It works fine. You just gotta lift and nudge when you're closing it. Ooh, is this a... Ooh, yeah. That oven's got some flavor on it, baby. Uh-oh. Few little tripping hazards. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Ooh. Uh-huh. Don't like this. Seems like it was abandoned at least a decade ago. I'm curious about this place's history. This is a barn, some sort of barn, for keeping all of your owls, I guess. Actual doors into the barn. Let me mark this off. Mark this off. Yep. Uh-huh. Pardon me? Wow. Wow. Okay, this is the barn that we saw in the last few photos. Wow. So what's, was there a pool? Actually, wait, that's the neighbors. That's the neighbors. That's not us, but just imagine the soup you can make in there. It's not ours, though, I guess. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Anyway, Collegeville, Pennsylvania, $450,000. 1,800. Yeah. Stone walls exposed tonight on the news. Back on the market due to buyer's present property settlement not taking place. Awesome opportunity. Let me see. 1 year American Horror Story home warranty will be provided free of charge to the buyer. What if I'm not interested in the series? The deed reflects a significantly larger lot size than public records indicates. The smaller public lot size is what is used in the listing. Huh. Okay. What's special? What isn't? Wow. What we got going on prices?
Zach.
For sale 2025, 700,000, no bites. Wow. In the course of about 4-ish months, they've had to back off about 250,000. Why? They found it. Yeah, I'm thinking that that kitchen we saw is probably a point of contention, honestly. Because we're getting through there, it's like, it seems fine, it's not my thing. And then suddenly we get to the second kitchen, and we see the gunch, and we see the bathroom. It's like, is that blood on the mirror? Why is the mirror sweating blood? Don't worry about it. I mentioned the lot's larger than what the listing says. Trust me. Who do I want to go to next? Let me see. I actually need to screen... Oh, baby. I said I need to screen which of these I want to wrap up on so I can plan ahead, and immediately I go, oh, wait, I forgot you were in here.
It's not bathroom blood, it's bathtub victory wine.
Boy, there was actually something that my parents told me about. There are these folks that went to college with my parents. It's quite funny because the wife in the couple is like a friend my mother's known for years. The husband claims he was a buddy of my dad's friend group, but most of the friend group either doesn't remember him or avoided him because he was really annoying. It's very funny in that regard. It's kind of like, oh, he's coming. It's like, oh, whenever they drop by and visit the folks, it's like, well, one of them's great. The other's just kind of got the personality of like a wet cardboard box. But they had a house issue that my mother told me about that sounds horrific. Basically, they found the entire foundation to their house is fucked. So they had to have like a foundation repair of like, I think it was like over $100,000 worth of foundation. It's something fucking insane. And it's just kind of like, they had to entirely refinance the entire house. Yeah, it's just like the absolute nightmare scenario. Yeah, it's like, I think it's like they found a foundation crack and damage that just effectively propagated through the very middle of the house. And they were a number of years into this for paying it off. And it's just like, oh no. It just sounds like the absolute worst case scenario you could imagine. Yo, what is going on here? What is this?
Fook.
Watch your mouth, young man. What is this? Is this a water trough of some sort? Intriguing. A Dale Gribble tunnel. Huh? Chicken run. Ooh, baby. Well, too bad no chickens here. Just a shitload of porcelain. Jesus Christ, Grandma. Let's look around here. Oh boy. The old gal sure did like to collect this stuff. Glued up here? I'd be sweating bullets over those teacups. The teacup of Damocles. Look at that. There's so many of them. Wow. Gold on the ceiling? Man. That's crazy. Ooh, also, is that some of that good irradiated glass? Ooh, a little bit of that radioactive. Mm-hmm. Tastes a little extra lime-like for some reason. Anyway, that's not all of it.
What a feeling,
No.
having teacups on the ceiling.
Look at this. There's so many of these. I mean, on the plus side, if you have them up here, you probably don't have to worry about cats knocking them over, right? Dusting nightmare? Grandma never dusts these things. Good God. Look at this. Look at this. Incredible. My God. Also, cute. Look at these little decorative pies and cakes and stuff. They have little lids you pop up. That's so charming. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Mein Gott. Right? Oh, and you only have one special chair up here. This is Grandma's chair. You don't steal Grandma's chair, okay? You come over and you visit and she's like, so, did you notice? Did I notice what? You didn't notice the new teacup I hung on the ceiling? What's wrong with you? Oh, a tea shop. Oh, Grandma really likes tea. That explains it. Unless she scavenged this from the husk of a tea shop under cover of night. Wow. Thought she was gossipy. Mima loves talking gossip. I'm going to do ankle breaker. Okay, I've already done ankle breaker. Are we sure she's not suffering from mercury poisoning? Look, she's already got the irradiated glass to worry about. I'm not going to bother her with the other stuff. Goodness me. All right. Never been a fan of a corner sink, but, you know, whatever. It's got this window here. It's a nice setup. It's fine. Little cart. Okay. Ooh, you got gamer lights under here, Grandma? Interesting. Not a basin. Not this fella. No. Pissable lil guy? What do you mean, pissable lil guy? Pissable. I'm curious if that was a typo. Potential. Okay. Hang on. Okay, that's a shadow. I thought this was the ass end of a cat for a second. I mean, honestly, what little guy isn't pissable, you know? They all have their accidents. I would argue most things are pissable. You might be onto something. All right. Ooh, a little gramophone? Oh, pardon me. Little gramophone for Grandma? What are you holding? Ooh, my artichokes. What are you doing with those? Actually, those are probably green grapes. Showing them off. All right. So we're still in Christmas time, it looks like. Nice view. Wow. What's this say? That's a Michal. Is Michal's been called? Michal's been not. Michael. Relax. Enjoy. This patio's got rules. If you break these rules, Mima will come out here and chuck a teacup so hard at your head.
Don't piss on the little guy.
Yeah, you piss in here, okay? What we got here? All right. What is this anything in particular? Oh, I see. It's like an old gas lamp. You can see the enclosure here. Okay. From the way the light was hitting, I thought these were a pair of legs doing a handstand or something. All right. Old bed. Ooh, old sewing machine too. My goodness. Mima might be a collector. Are we interrupting something? Huh. All right. Let me reshuffle my windows a little bit. Yeah, the towel swings. Ooh, so this is still on the property? Is this actually, that's got some running water. Oh, right. This had that trough in front. Huh. The cuck goose and the pillows. Was there a chair in here for cucking? There's a couple. Let me mark that off. Wow. That's nice. Oh, Jesus. I just saw the price tag. Yep. You're paying for some vistas when you buy this place. My goodness. Yeah, right on the crick. Attic or attic adjacent. It's okay. More swans. Tub. Yeah. More swans. God, you got an infestation. Basin sink. First of the night. Ugh. What a mess. There's a microwave in the bedroom. I appreciate the fact you spelled it out as a bedroom. I was wondering if that was a microwave or not. Yep. That looks like a microwave. All right. Don't talk to me till I've had my wine. Wow. Good view, though. Jesus. Cheese and crackers. Anything else? Good shots of the crick. Another bedroom. Another basin sink. Oh, they must have had a coupon. All right. Storage area, folding. Okay, okay. Still got 20 photos? Is it just around the property? Oh. Not quite a yurt. But that's another 4-poster, no canopy. Damn, we already got. Yeah, it's like, what is going on? This week, my lobster is too buttery. Wow. And a tub? Oh, this is the yurt for fucking. I see. All right. So I'm guessing this was like an Airbnb thing, probably? Wait, is that a... Okay, that's not the brand. That's classic. Okay. Wow, is that a... Huh. I know this is absolutely a modern creation, but I kind of like how this microwave question mark leaned into the style a bit. I mean, is that a newish microwave or is that a microwave box? Yeah, okay, that's the microwave. It looked a little flat over here, and I was like, Screams Fallout style? Yep. Probably have, probably what they used to justify the upmark in the pricing. All right. I mean, I guess with all of the folded swans and the seats and locales, this is absolutely an Airbnb. Wow. All right. Oh, it's got a name. Oh, Jesus, of course it is. It's the Flumes End? I misread that as Flames End, but it's the Flumes. I mean, I guess it's owned by people called the Flume, I guess. That's probably their name? Maybe? Cryptid. Gross. I mean, the dress looks very nice, but also gross. Huh. Like a log flume? There was an apostrophe. I assumed it was a 1861. 2 million smackers. Only 0.36 acres. I thought it was a lot more dirt. Oh, pardon me. That's a name drop. Ugh. Big yawn. Okay, we've already done name drop. Grandfathered in by the city of Nevada City. Huh. It's an actual yurt. They call it a yurt. Well, okay. Uh-huh. I see. Yeah, Nevada City right here. Okay. Yep, that's... Oh, so this is Nevada City, California. Oh, I didn't even clock the city and state. My brain was still thinking Pennsylvania for some reason. All right. Boy.
Meet me at the fuck yurt and log ride.
I mean, West Coast, California, 1861? My goodness. My goodness. Surprised it's still around. Jesus Christ. Isn't quite Joshua Tree levels of cash, but it's extremely Airbnb, big money. Yeah. Boy, that's impressive. Like 1869, am I right? Well, that's probably what the yurt would have you say. The yurt for the shenanigans. Ooh, boy. Let me see. I think I got a quick one here. Yeah. A brief one for a brief palette swap. Let me see here. Oop. Why did it abruptly stop? Yes, I'm still watching YouTube. Why'd you do that? I thought you stopped doing that stuff years ago. All right. Super fast one. Is that an elephant? Wow. Yep, that's Elefante. So there aren't many photos of this guy. I wish there were more. This is inside the front door, as we can see here. Or at least there might have been an interstitial before this. It's looking like there's also a glassed off green area here. I can see some plants. All right. You've done it. You've addressed the elephant in the room. I had to. It was right there. So here is the entire den. There's the double doors entering. Okay, right. So that glass was to the outside. I can see another cryptid out there. That's probably a reflection. Yes, that's us. There's this interesting circular rug area. Let me see here. The conversation den. Yeah. This is interesting. Okay. Huh. They just left the... So this is an area rug. This is actually, I believe, tucked into the edge of this. I think it is. Like, there's no reason for them to move out with this. Curious. Also, this wallpaper over here. This is once again making me think of a wallpaper at my grandparents' house. I think I mentioned a week or so ago. This sort of textured wallpaper. Not the same thing, but I feel like I remember a pair of birds on that. Huh. Okay, so there's also at the top. This is rimmed with a circular inset as well. Well, not an inset, it's a frame. Huh. What is this? I guess there was like a sheer curtain or something you could hang around here. Maybe? This looks like parts of it, I think? I don't know. It doesn't look like it'd have the strength to really move without breaking that easily. I don't know. Sheer or beads? Nice bead curtain, you know? Kitchen. Not sinful, a little boring. I kind of like these little accents of blue up here to break up the drop tiles. It's still drop tile. It's okay, yeah. Good size. There's probably like a breakfast table here originally. Ooh. Bathroom is kind of unique. I'd say that's Splippy. I could see a cartoon slip sound effect playing as you slide in there and pop your head on something. Is that a tub? It's a tub, and also, I think it's just tub. Yes, it's just tub. God, look at that fucking ceiling. Ugh. It's got that foil wallpaper.
That blue puts thee when blue.
Also, what is... Boy. Ugh. Like... I think what happened here, they might have had some palms or maybe some bamboo here, and they had to kill it, but they still had this mound of dirt. You got all this crap sprinkled around the base of those. They've got to do something to this, because otherwise, this was meant to be a nice little display window. It just looks like dog shit now. You can't kill bamboo. It was probably palm trees, I guess. But they had to cut them down. They just kind of went, deal with it later. Yeah, also, have we already done Pizza Hut this game, or was that last? That was this game. Okay. The Pizza Hut UFO is quite nice. That's not a mirror. That's just big. That's just big. Is that, okay, that's tree. I see. I see. Bathroom's fine. Wallpaper's coming off in here a little bit. That's fine. She's an old house. These things happen. Another bathroom. 5 bed, 5 bath. Wow. Didn't realize the size of this sucker. My God. I will goose honk the gold redeem for this. To break a drought. We are 17 events with just 1 winner. My goodness. There we go. 2. Wow. Okay, just a little gunch on the carpet. Yeah, whatever. Oh, what the? Den? God. I really don't like that. Like, there's some slabs of something here. Like, this is stonework, but juxtaposed to natural brick. Not natural brick, like this lava rock, or whatever the shit they call it on the market. This juxtaposed with this just really looks rough, right? Well, that was the load-bearing redeem. That broke the dam, huh? Let me do auto call. Gosh, also there's a lot of gunch down here. I could see moisture accumulating. So this is interior, but you've got this down here. Ooh. I'm really wondering what's going on here. Because at first I was like, well, maybe this is exposed, but it's not. Boy. Well, maybe the slab's just sweating. All right, laundry room. And here we go. Here we go. Now, that's not a calisthenics pole. That's a load-bearing pole. You got to have big grippers. You want to use this for your daily regimen, okay? It's not impossible, but I should mention, okay? I do like this tree quite a lot. What variety is that? I saw in an earlier photo, leaning out to get some sun. I'm a little concerned about its root structure, frankly. That's a big honking tree, you know? No matter how narrow your root structure is, that's underneath your roof line. That's kind of scary, I feel. Let me see here. So, this place is in Downey, California. 1.7 million. Ooh. I'm concerned about that tree, honestly. 1964, yeah? Let me take a drink whilst I peruse this with my eyes. Huh. Will not qualify for financing. Cash only. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Okay. Huh. Expensive. I mean, I guess, is this just kind of 20 minutes outside the blast radius? It's that far? It's that close to Joshua Tree? Really? Wow. I thought this was like a way different place. Okay, so the price of this place. Nearby stuff is selling for like north of 2 million. This property, 1.7. So compared to its neighbors, this is kind of a dog shit house situation. In case the price gave us a little bit of a slack jaw, it looks like this is on the lower end, which we can kind of see, frankly. I'm just really baffled by that wet spot in that one fireplace area. That was so concerning to me. Let me... Is this a little loud? No. Let me end game and start the next one. Okay. Tuck this away. Where am I on time? 40 minutes. Okay, hang on. I got like 10 tabs here. Let me bring up words. Oh, let me restart the game. I forgot to end it in the background. Let me do this. Give me a sec to look through these tabs. I need to decide which of these I have to show y'all. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm pretty sure I've got to yeah, I've got to show this guy. How many photos is this? Ooh, yeah. You, how many are you? I've got you at the very end. You're probably really good, right?
Come, we have such sights to show you.
Actually, why do I have you near the... Ooh, wow. You do have some interesting stuff. Oh. Goodness. Such sights and textures. I could probably save you for another week, maybe. Okay. What about you? Ooh, what the... How are you 70 photos? Wow. I kind of have to. I kind of have to show this one. All right. And you. Oh, me. Oh, my. Wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me do this. Oh, yeah. I should have cased the final listings before now, because I've got some good sicko shit in here, which is fine. They'll still be here next week if I don't get to them. Oh, wow. Okay, I kind of... You should be one. If I don't get to you, I'll back you up. All right, right after this game, I will start moving again. Oh, Super Bowl's already been going for like an hour, right? Didn't it start like 50 minutes ago? Did it accept manga? Don't worry, it's fucking boring. Is it another blowout? I feel like that's something that's been... Well, I know some people like a defensive shootout, as they call it. 3-0? Wow. I mean, I guess it's not a total blowout, right? Because I feel like that's one of the things that people always get defeated about is when it's like a runaway victory for one side. But I mean, if it's still super, super single digit on score, that is kind of boring, right? That means no big plays. Just like a field goal, it sounds like. All right. Seattle keeps sacking the quarter. Oh, poor fella. Actually, I don't know the guy. Maybe he's a jackass. You always kind of feel sorry for the quarterback when the offensive line is really outclassed, because they're just getting painted into the ground the entire night, and it's like, oh. Offense could be asked too. That too. You think that kind of gets ruled out by the time the Super Bowl rolls around, from elimination, but I don't know. Maybe not. Another punt? Well, don't you worry. I've got something to take your mind off of it. Welcome to Moving Steven's Storage. 70 pictures inside Moving Steven's Storage. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Boy, can I get a look at the sign? Okay. This is just fastening hardware that's a little oversized. I wasn't quite sure. I was like, why do my letters have pimples? But that's what's going on. It's not a backlight. It's just the nubbins to bolt them to the sign are up here. Oh my god. Repurposed and wall painting. I haven't seen a wall painting yet. Do you mean on first glance this look like a wall painting you meant? That's just fancy signage. Well. There's one on the left, was there? Oh. Let's wait and see. I'd like to see a better shot of that. It could just be a wallpaper, but it is game 4. I may just goose honk it. Oh, actually, that's good enough. That's good enough. Man. That is peculiar. Why is this on the side of Movin' Steven's storage house? Any knowers? Wow. What in tarnation? Stevens! I've got to say, I have a quibble with Steven. Red, green, green, red, green, yellow? Like, you got to stay consistent with the colors. Also, this is just Stevens here? Okay. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Ooh, is this one of those doors that we've talked about in the past? The fire safety ones? Yeah, fire barn door. Yeah. Let me see here. So, this is just the lighting. There's no smoke in here, but looking at the rafters, my brain immediately went, wait, is that fire damage? And I was like, wait, no, this is all shock white. It really looks like they've been toasted, don't they? Well, 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 what else do we have here? This is somewhere. This is somewhere. I don't know. I mean, I see daylight. Oh, boy. You just slap a filter on this, and this is
Stevens
basically...
Moving Company, barbecue and foot massage.
They do barbecue too? Woo! Get that with my next spa day. Okay. So this is, presumably it's painted on the side here, I think? Who texted me again? Who texted me? I have no clue. I have no clue. Whatever. Whatever. Huh. All right. Holy shit! Look at this. What does this say? That doesn't say Steven. What is this? What is this? Man. That's cool as hell. Oh boy. Oh boy. What is going on at Steve's place? A lot of entryways. I wonder what this place used to be used as before it donned the mantle of Steve's. Goodness. Storage warehouse? Well, I mean, before that. I feel like this might have been... There's not a loading bay. There is a garage. Maybe it's just always been stored? Put money on old factory. Whoa! They didn't even try to hide this guy. Jesus. Cover that shit up. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, the meeting of the Steves. Oh shit, it's Steven. He doesn't look happy to be here. He's giving away his namesake. Management, Anna. Okay. Pilot wings. What is the fucking be kind? What? Oh, wait. I thought this is a mouth. This is hair, eyes, nose, mouth, pointing. Wow. They got the sick-ass Sega Fishin' one over here. You got this one over here? Wow. Spoiled for choice. What's going on with the animal anatomy? What? This strikes me as Dude Michaels. I'm going to mark off Michaels. This is Dude Michaels. Oh, this place is old? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This place has got... Ooh. Look at the swatches of lumber up here. It's Mike's. Yeah. Oh, a kitchen. Right. Oof. The lighting is not going to improve. This was Stevens in 1927. Oh, they rebranded? Wow. That's a lot of these sorts of doors. Office, wood paneling, yeah. Goodness me. You gotta hire somebody at this point, right? Ooh, what does this say? Henry H. Stevens. Well, there's a name if you want to look him up. Ooh. Well, there's dry-aged. No, this is wet-aged house meat. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. There was a sign inside that had Henry on it, too. Henry. That was before he made the pivot to rebranding as Cool Steven. Now, anything else? As I speed through this? Yeah. Anything else? No? Oh, there's a bed here? All right. Stevens, Hanks, Mikes. What is the deal? 1909, whoops. 485,000, Flint, Michigan. My goodness. What's special? You know, this is a name drop. It is a named building. It is Stevens. Oh my goodness. Single family residence. Incredible. Get a feeling that I would wake up handcuffed to another person at a toilet. I was actually thinking about Saw in the back of my head, honestly. All showings required proof of funds or pre-approval. Wow! You got a lot of nerve telling me I can't drop by Steve's Storage Emporium without showing a pay stub. Wow. I'm sorry, your liege. In your 6,969.6 square foot lot, we see this way too often. We see this way too often, right? That's crazy. It comes up so often. I'll do that for a meme square, sure. If we ever see square footage that's like 69.6, yeah. Former GM factory. Really? Has this just been... Hang on, what's the history of this? For sale, 600,000, no bites. Only Stevens is way too niche of a website idea. Well, I was gonna come and use your storage place, but it said only Stevens. Like, no, that's a joke. Man, we're bleeding business here because I thought the name was clever. Man, I'm trying to think. We've still got a half hour of stream to go, but I'm trying to think if we've stumbled into a raid message in advance. I don't know. We'll tuck it away. Something Stevens coded. Let me see here. I have, once again, lobster too buttery situation. Let me see. Steve sent us. Steve sends his regards. Oh yeah, I gotta show this one. I will try to move quickly through this one. Even Steven. Okay. What we got here? Corrugated siding. Yeah. Where are we? We're in concrete? Concrete, Washington? Huh. You know, I'm not seeing too much concrete over here. Pacific Northwest. What's going on here, guys? Yeah, looking pretty grassy. Okay. So what is the dealio? What's bopping? Got a chair, yeah. Yeah, ooh, got plums. Yeah? Berries of some sort? So we have the lead up to the front door. Inside the front, question mark? Inside the front, question mark? All right, all right. We have our viewing space. Lighting's a little rough. It's a step above Steven's lighting, okay? Lighting is definitely an improvement. Yeah, there's the front door. Okay. You're selling your house, don't put news on your TV. It really comes up so often. If it's not Photoshop to show something, it's probably going to be Fox News or CNN. Like, it always comes up. Is that meat? Is that meat in the distance? It's got plastic over it. Are we... Yeah, I see enough for meat. I've already called meat. I have called meat. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Huh. All right. So they're doing some sort of reconditioning up here. That's fine. It's an old house. Might have been a bit of moisture issues. Mood lighting. And, yep. Yep. All right. Huh. Kitchen's looking all right. Now, there's something I'm looking for here. It's not sticking out. I'm seeing whispers. Let me see here. Was that a cryptid or a dummy behind the couch? Oh, that's cryptid. Already got cryptid, though. Gross. All right, just a little patinaed. Nothing too weird. It's all right. It's all right. Litter box. All right. All right. But, what's going on here? Ooh, buddy. Let me do something here. I'm going to do this. Hello? There it is. There was a lag. I'm going to do Dangerous Drop and also Split B. I usually don't double dip, but this is kind of an extreme situation. Hang on, I need to jump scare people. Hang on. My God, my God. There's a toilet down there. Yep. Man, and also it's a carpeted. It's a carpeted bathroom. Because that's toilet down there. Also, I will do reflective ceiling because that is a very reflective foil wallpaper type situation on the ceiling. Marking off a few of these. Trying to goose honk a number 4 across the finish line. Wow. Wow. Ooh, we got the hard water stain in there too. Oh, it's not a toilet. Well, whatever. Whatever. Oh, that was a toilet. No, it's just a little stand. Is that tub like that so it can drain? Do you think it's too low to drain if it's further down? That's thinking with the noodle. All right. Ooh, we got a pool? There's pool? There might be. Oh. Huh. That's the listing. 440,000 concrete Washington 1923 build. What else? What else? What else? One of a kind must see. Beautiful views of Baker, Shuksan, and Sauk Mountains. Oh. Past owners opened sections of the home to serve concrete. Community. Okay. They opened the section of the house to serve concrete. Yum. Yum. All right. All right. Sorry, a hair salon? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. My goodness. Let me see here. 23 minutes. They open that pool to public? Yeah. Okay. I got this guy. I got you. Okay. I'll have to skip ahead one. Do you like Super Bowls? I don't follow football stuff too much. Heard folks say it's kind of a snooze fest. Tis what it is. I will skip a house and go to this guy. This might be the last one for the night. It's got a bit of length to it. And also, ooh, look at that wall. The boils, exactly. Boy, man. Gotta ask them about their skincare routine, honestly. Ooh, boy. Are you using like an exfoliating cream to take stuff off at night? I feel like you need to. Oh my god, oh my god. Ooh. So we've got wood over here on the left.
The housepox virus is already inside you.
Looking like it's spread to the interior as well. Ooh. Well, that's prime cat access right there. Look at that. Cat would hop on this I-beam and skitter over here. A Mario pipe? In here? At an angle? What the shit? Oh no. So, hang on. Recessed lights, I guess? They ain't cameras, right? The shit is this. It's the top floor, is what it is. And this is a really weird piano. I can't make out what's going on with the piano over here. Like, is it highly decorated with some pattern? Oh. Yep, it looks like it's painted on with some stuff. It's gonna eat you? No way. Whoa! The fuck? Okay, we saw the other side of this. This is the I-beam I mentioned for cat access. What is... I thought this is how it was supposed to be? Well, they've got art hung up here. They got art hung up. But... I'm gonna call understand fireplace. My god. Uh-huh. Okay, this is the room with the Mario pipes over here. This isn't a mirror. This is a threshold into that room. Also, wow. They got so many of these lights. There are so many of them. But also, there's some brackets here. Curtains, I guess? Maybe they want to be able to bring curtains down to block off this room a bit, maybe? Seen this place set for demolition. There's nothing wrong with the house. Somebody wanted the property, apparently. All the stuff in these pictures was auctioned in an estate sale. Really? Wow. Huh. Where is this? Westport, Connecticut. I guess somebody didn't like the inside of the house that much, huh? The hanger bars are in both rooms. Yeah. Wow. There's just so many little lights. Huh, pardon me. Ah. Big yawn. My god. I'm gonna do ankle breaker. There's a little threshold here. Maybe they'll follow Warcasty. Good time zone. Welcome to the pipe house. I just want to know what's going on over here with this wood siding stuff. Part of me feels like they ripped this off to do some repair, but they've got the paintings hung up here. Oh, interesting. So there's this walkway that slices through the entire house here, it seems. That's cute. You're left with a pretty small little table here, but okay, whatever. This place weren't so cursed, it'd be neat. They have consistent colors they're sticking to. They're leaning to this this orange shade here. And the green. Okay. Nickelodeon orange, I suppose. Nickelodeon orange and green. Actually pretty close to that. And Chocolat Sprungu Zurich. Oh. Intriguing. Another fireplace. Ooh. Heart-themed chairs. I see. You got a picture of a dog? Okay. Oh. Where's this? Aw. Okay, we aren't moving into... Is this room? Yes. Okay. We're standing here. Padded orange door. We step in here. Then we're looking over here. Oh. Okay, so that's a bedroom. Yeah. Nice carpet. Kind of like this little pattern. Makes me think of... usually see it in like Art Deco style houses, I feel. May not be the most accurate that I can think of, but that's what usually makes me think of this sort of pattern. Oh. Hey, do y'all remember did anybody here remember the Pee-wee's Playhouse with the talking sofa? Doesn't this kind of look like that? The way it projects. Maybe not as far, but the curved shape makes me think I'm just going to expect this to start yapping at me. Yeah, those mouse armchair. Was that their name? I feel like there was just a recorded episode of it on an old VHS, and that's all I knew about it. Huh? The fuck am I looking at? The armchair that wanted Charo to sit on him? Charo. Oh. Wait, is this that is a mirror. Okay, that is mirror. Floor is interesting. There's tub here of a weird guitar pick shape. Wait, is this a sink? This is sink. This is sink. Yes. Okay, this is a sink over here. There's another sink over there. That's a mirror hell. There's like a mirror to our left immediately, it seems. I thought this is a fucked up tub for a second, and I was just like, what on earth? All right. Closet, yes. Yes. Spare Lego house. Huh. I don't like these colors. You have alternating, slightly different hues of a mustard yellow. There's the flooring that doesn't quite match it. You got black. You have this Nickelodeon orange tube. Piss wall, exactly. What is going on with this website? Okay, whatever. Ooh, heavy door. Is this cropping anything? Not quite. Oh, I see what's going on with this website. That's peculiar. Okay, let me do this a bit. It has like a slight zoom tool I keep clicking on and off of without realizing it. You haven't missed anything, though. Yeah, the door looks extra thick. I think it's because of the curvature. Okay. Well, not quite a spiral. It is a curved stairway, but doesn't double back on itself, right? Oh, we got snow outside? Well, wintertime in Connecticut, I guess. Uh-huh. Ooh, this is interesting. Like a fully glass-walled overlook? It's interesting. I don't know if I'd like it. I'd be like, I'd get up there and be like, this is gorgeous. And I'd immediately be like, can they see me from here? Are these blinds doing anything? Nice deck. Spooky hallway. Back to the... I can't get over these tubes. They don't have the flange that leans to the Mario, but... Man. Goon Control Tower. It's more of a exhibitionist, I feel, at that stage. Oh, right. This is the house with the pimples. Wow. Ooh, look at that sofa. Goodness me. And another bathroom. My gosh. Orange. That is peculiar. Okay, actually, this is tiling may have fallen off here. That's not orange. I think that's just the wood. Okay, probably. Uh-huh. What else? The poster let you know who gets what in the divorce. I actually didn't notice the post-its till y'all mentioned it now. I've been looking at other things. Huh. For auctioning? Probably? Another wow. That is wild. That is too much for me, to be honest. And another little nook and an attic here? Whoa. Oh, somebody bought the door. My goodness. Very much a mere Hell Knight, right? That and roof too high, it seems. Another bathroom with gross yellows. No me gusta. Huh. I see. I just don't like these yellows. Dutch door. Ooh. Yeah, please see a doctor yellow, right? Oh, is this a basement? Is this a basement? Was there a cryptid I missed? We've already marked off cryptid by this point, though. You know what? This is a little tall, but I would be upset if I went an entire night and we went 4 games and I did not have a goblin door. Is this technically a goblin door? It's a little tall, but I mean, you know, it's game 4, and I haven't seen one of the little guys anywhere. I'm gonna nudge it along. A boggart door? Uh-huh. I see. Gaming? Gaming? Pingus Pongus? Whoops. Uh-huh. And looks to be a bit of a washing room. Yeah. Ah, the utility closet. I see. The goblin equivalent of shack. A shacklin, if you will. Whoa! Somebody built a bathroom out of Legos. What the hell? Huh. You know, I will nudge a number 3. Ooh, a number 3. It's been a long time since I had a number 3. Number 3! Oh. All right. Huh. Extra little stuff left around in here. Needs Lego carpet. Yeah, they should have gone goofy with the floor. Huh. Oh. Meeting of the minds. Look at this. Okay, I guess they moved out the pool table. Okay, I can see the billiards. I can see the cue sticks. I was just kind of like, what's going on here? You know? It made me think of that meme where there's like 3 or 4 like 10-year-olds huddling around having what is it like they're talking about the state? They're having like it's like the title to a video. It's like they're discussing something. It looks like they're having a deep think, but it's like some 10-year-old or something huddled around seriously or something. I can't remember what the hell the video was they're making fun that it was being made fun of. Has Fortnite fallen off? That might be it. I think that's it. Yeah, it sounds about accurate. Do those lampshades have eyes? Oh my god. I can see. I looked over and immediately locked eyes with those middle 2. Oh my god. Yes, I'll mark off a face. Oh, even the far left one. It's got the post-it note. It looks extra grumpy. My goodness. Here without an appointment. I showed up to the has Fortnite falling off discussion without paying for a ticket. Awkward. Awkward. Uh-huh. Anything else? Hey, Minnie. You here by yourself? Mm-hmm. Tubes? They had this door in one of the bathrooms. This is a different room. I kind of like this door. It's very distinctive. I don't know if this might be the same door outside the bathroom or something. I don't know. But I didn't remark on it when we saw it earlier. It's very interesting. Real size Minnie. I've never thought about the actual dimensions of a real live Minnie or Mickey Mouse. I suppose they'd be a little shorter than human size, right? What's going on here? Don't like the clear pane at eye level? Wow. Bit of a trypophobia situation, right? You like dots? Oh, it's a pool area. Oh, shit. Welcome to the Wonder Bread house, y'all. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Wow. They've got new colors for that stuff. I thought Wonder Bread was only like the primary colors. Look at all this other shit over here. And they still have that sick yellow. Ugh. Ugh. End of pictures. Unique architectural house was a $13 million transformation in the late 90s. Feels like you're walking into a gallery unlike any other. Once belonged to a technology pioneer whose work helped in NASA's Apollo 11 mission. His knowledge and design was essential in the creation of the first MRI machine. But what does that have to do with this? What does this have to do with the Mario pipes? I priced almost everything at the home, and you can see there is a lot, but I'm not taking measurements and will not be taking them for days of sale. Where's the info on the price? Sales already occurred. Oh. Wow. I forgot about the wall pimples. Ooh. Ooh. Hang on. So, I think that'll do it. I got a couple more I wanted to nudge, but I will save that for next week. It's for demolition. That's sad. It's a little weird, but I mean, it's still cool. Let me see here. So, I believe I've got a collab on Saturday, but if not, I will be playing the other game by, what's their name? The other game by the folks who did Creature Kitchen. So look forward to that. Otherwise, that is it. I suppose we could raid into moths. It's some ungodly hour for her, but she just started. There's a few folks in a collab that are cool. So, raid message, I believe, is Stevens sends his regards. Just as is. Anyway, I'm doing the thing, okay? Have a good evening if you're watching the game. I hope it gets more interesting. Fingers crossed. I don't know. I'm gonna go cook something. I'm hungry. Why is my browser lagging? Have a great week. I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Ooh. Steve sends his regards. Scram.
My live rig. Oh, what the hell?